than it is in other places.
Yeah, I'm in the hill country too.
There you go, buddy.
Wild.
You get the Jessica Alba dance. She's dancing on the screen for your sub.
Kind of cool. Little extra science there.
Well, I never knew that, bro.
I learned that when I was working on Harleys. Because you do that to the inside of an engine where the intake is, you can increase the airflow.
Oh, okay. Now you're talking about. Like where you put the headers at. Not the headers, the... oh, shit. What's that called?
The thingamabob.
The thingamajig.
Yeah.
My buddy had a Harley, a Sporty, and he had this deal hooked up to the carburetor or whatever, and it would take more air in, so it'd be faster. Not a tunnel ran, something like that.
Yeah, it's just the intake. They go and you put pits in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so how's everyone doing character-wise? Did y'all take an overnight rest yet? I forgot where we left off.
What happened?
Kato, did you want to spend any of your XP? Or...
Nope.
Cool. I think you were going to give us extra XP there, Brian.
Were we supposed to?
Because we're awesome. Yeah. Just a little,
There just might be opportunities for XP coming up today.
Or not, we'll see.
We you're in the last stretch before you get to the relic room. I just wasn't sure if y'all had rested. How long it's been since y'all's last rest?
I think didn't we just take some guy's head off and turn it into a cipher?
No, that was the game before.
Oh, did I miss last session?
No, remember this last session?
I remember.
Bots went into the thing and came out with the canary cry.
And yeah, the neck thing.
And an antenna in her head.
Elevator. I think that was it, right?
Yes, because y'all are in this room that had the explosive goop in the walls.
Yeah. Remember that took forever to get us across the explosive goop.
Was that after the elevator or before the elevator?
After. Look at the map. You see that giant shaft that goes up and down. That was the elevator. We went into the one room where she got the canary cry. Yeah.
Okay.
Huge shaft. Gigantic. And then we had to get over the goop.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, goop everywhere.
I think, well, not much slows Keto down, but I think we got everyone over, right?
Yeah. Including the giant chicken.
Which we don't have to worry about today.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, I didn't notice he wasn't here. I guess I should look at Discord.
Yep, he messaged me. He said he wasn't going to be able to join today because of personal problems or something.
Oh,
so,
no.
Personal issues.
I
don't know what's going on with him.
Anyway.
Well,
hope all is well.
Yeah. Hopefully you will be able to attend next week.
Yeah.
I have personal issues too. It's raining. A lot.
Yeah, I'm a bit hungry. It sucks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. I haven't eaten yet.
I'm trying not to think about food. I just woke up, all I've had was a
family.
glass of water. Okay, so if we're ready to get started...
I guess we all showed up to play, Numenera and stuff.
we can just socialize for 4 hours. Who cares?
Yeah, who wants to watch a stream of that? Not this guy.
You'll be surprised. There is a section on Twitch for in real life.
Oh, the Kardashians have a TV show. I'm not surprised.
The Kardashians have a TV
People
show?
watch
The Kardashians.
legitimately. People watch
Whatever they're called.
other people on Twitch just walk around and get ice cream and stuff.
Yeah, people love watching stupid shit. Let's actually do something entertaining.
All right, so we're yeah. I wish I could remember how long it's been since y'all slept.
Enough to regenerate everyone.
Thought we just did.
I know y'all. Yeah. I'm trying to look at y'all's character sheets. It doesn't look like.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it looks like your recovery rolls have been reset. So y'all must have.
Yeah, if I'm up at full and my rolls are reset, then we rested.
I guess we slept. My might was down
Yeah.
there too.
T-Bone is up
That
to the 1 hour roll.
I don't know. I'll just go back to normal.
I might not have reset it though.
And your might is a little damaged.
I regenerate anyways, so I'm good.
I'm just really Nazi about not raising anything up until I know. I know
You
what
know,
I
I
know.
think we rested in the elevator shaft.
Oh, okay. Then I'll read.
Think about it, and this was the first room that we came across.
Awesome.
I thought we rested after we got across the pit because a bunch of us had fallen in and gotten hurt and blah blah blah.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
we did. So yeah, I
do
forgot
remember
about that.
resting in the elevator shaft. But
And we had rested. If I'm up to full, we rested after I was the elevator shaft after I got the singing rod.
Yeah, let's see.
in the elevator? Wait.
Yeah, because I know you took a lot of damage from the explosive stuff, and you're at full, so y'all must have slept.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Buddy should get all his stuff back. Oh, you I was forgetting something. I don't have my notes up. How can I
God,
tell you
some
what
of
you
those-
what you do if I don't have the notes up?
That's easy. We win. Everyone move to tier 3. Oh, cool.
A bunch of experience. It's on the notes. No, don't worry. Don't look at that. Don't look at it anymore.
Wow, your audio dropped really low for me for some reason, Jolly.
Real quiet, or was it
Yeah.
cutting out?
That's perfect for me. I hear him just fine.
I'm not sure what to do about
It's not us. It's you.
Yeah, I don't know, because I got him maxed out to 200 on Discord.
that. Is it just me?
Yeah.
Is it everybody? I have no idea what to do.
Like, I don't even know what to turn up on my end.
Dude, turn up the beat. Duh.
Turn up for what?
Let's see if I can turn it up again. Everyone else might need to turn me down. I could boost it. That might make it sound worse, though.
There we go. Oh, whoa.
Oh, okay. Back down.
Yep, that's
Is
better.
that-
No, I can turn you down. If Methar can hear you better, that's better.
Yeah, I can hear
I
you
can
down.
always just
How's
knock a little edge off.
this?
That sounds good.
That's good.
Is it peaking at all?
Not
Yeah.
yet.
You're fine.
Okay. It's just louder.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to use that voice meter banana software to boost my mic.
Banana.
I don't know where they came up with banana for.
Bananas are pretty great.
That's what we use when we talk to oracles.
Mm.
Banana.
Yep,
Oh, you're right.
yep. That cracked me up
The
so
original.
much when we were doing that session.
Banana. What is the location?
All right, we're gonna say that this next bit it's going to take you about 8 hours of travel to get up to the next location.
The end of the map.
It's a little bit of a trek.
Hey, quit it, girl.
This other shaft here isn't an elevator. It's actually a spiral staircase. So yeah, that's where the majority of your time is taken, just trudging up those stairs. Some great cardio. And doing that will transport you to the new map. Of course, you guys are in a section that I can't show on the screen. So once it loads for you, you should be on the lower left.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Just waiting for it to unblur.
You're free to travel this hallway. It's just like any other hallway that you've come across up to this point. It's pretty dark unless you got your own source of light.
I think we've all got globes, don't we?
Yeah, I've got that candle that never.
This is the candle that never ends.
No.
Oh, it burns on and on, my friend.
Okay, I'm out.
It'll light the way so we
Goodbye,
can
Colin.
go down the hall. We'll take a first step and we'll hope we never fall. This is the flame.
Someone's getting muted.
Never...
You got kids, I forgot. Oh,
Yes.
Oh god, that'll start a chain reaction.
isn't that Barney?
No, that was Lamb Chop.
Land Chops, that's right.
Whatever her name was.
And I didn't have kids stuff. My dad, in the mornings, he'd get home from work. He'd watch hunting shows. So that's what I got to watch as kids. And that's why I'm so demented.
This is why you like hunting so much.
Yeah, man.
It's sad. I can't zoom in row 20 enough to show off the hallway that you're in.
I'm still waiting for it to. I think my net's a bit slow. Still waiting for it to load properly.
Oh, there we are. We're right on the very edge. Got it.
Yeah, I don't know how to make it zoom to you guys.
Are we supposed to be able to see other people on this
Shift
map?
left
Brian?
click.
Shift and left click.
Hold it, like when you ping the map.
Brian, are we supposed to be able to see other people on this map besides our group?
We can see two people and image in the center.
Let me see. You can see two people.
And there's a big circle with a white square around it.
Ah,
Some
yeah,
picture.
yeah. Y'all are supposed to see that.
Okay.
Once y'all get there, anyway.
Yeah, and the two people south of that, we can see them as well.
Alright, we don't want spoilers.
As long as you don't see the other stuff, we're good.
Oh, we can see all
Oh
of it.
yeah, we see everything. We have Farron with us. Nothing can escape.
Do you?
I'm gonna reload my Roll20 real quick,
Okay.
so the map is not loading.
Yeah, mine's not working very well either. But all of our my internet's not working where I'm at.
Yeah, I've dropped a few frames today on OBS, so I've already started the recording, just in case.
Oh,
Hopefully a few dropped frames is all we have to deal with.
Okay.
is half the screen white?
What screen?
I only see a little chunk of the map.
Yes,
Okay,
Zoom in,
that
buddy.
is accurate. You gotta zoom in.
Okay.
The background should be gray. I changed it to gray.
Oh.
It's a grayish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got a little less blurry. Okay, you'll have to be extra descriptive. I think this is the best it's gonna get.
It's just a very small map, buddy.
Okay, good. Okay, I found it. My internet's like terrible.
Well, it's not that small. I just think it's maybe the scale of the whole map. in general.
Yeah, I'm just making fun of Brian.
Wow.
Do you always have to zoom in, Brian?
I love enhance. Enhance. Enhance.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those days.
You're not living if you're not living under the microscope.
Some of us don't need a microscope.
Ba-doom-tsh.
I'll be the judge of that.
Oh! Alright, so yeah, you're free to move your tokens.
Thank you,
Down the
Fox.
hall.
That was an excellent ending.
Boom, boom.
Very, very happy for all.
Be happy endings all around.
Oh, the map has focused. We are in.
Alright, so... Eto, as you... And hopefully the rest of the party joins you as you come there.
That looks straight out of Lord of the Rings.
You come into this huge open
You
chamber,
shall pass.
and in the center of the chamber you see a shattered disc of synth and metal. It's about 30 feet in diameter, but broken in half. Well, it's in pieces, little chunks. It features several distinct regions that yet glow with a hint of function. So it looks like it might be some sort of Numenera device that you can attempt to use.
Interesting. Can
Let's
we
go check it out. We're all. Well, Quatz is a specialist, right?
I specialize in this stuff.
She's super special.
Special.
Can we assist Quatz?
What have we here? Just approach slowly.
Quats, why don't you
Make
thumb through my
sure
book and see if you see anything on it.
we get the screen zoomed in a little more for the stream.
My book will give you an asset.
Oh, let's see. What have we over here? A book. Quatz is thumbing through the book, flipping through the pages. Flips a page, looks at the device, goes nope. Flips another page, looks at the device, goes nope. Flips another page, looks at the device, goes nope. Flips another page, looks at the device, goes nope.
So yeah, if you want to try to figure out the device or the disc, it's a difficulty 6 intellect task.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Does she get an asset?
I do.
And the book gives you another asset.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have one on my own. Oh no, I have my specialty, so I'll put.
Yep.
Mitha,
So
does it give me an asset or does it make it a lower difficulty?
Can you post
What's
it?
an asset?
Okay, this is a little intimidating. Put a couple edge on there for an effort. We'll. Check.
Oh, just got it. Oh, you used effort.
Ooh. Yeah. I used it.
Okay. So
Very nice.
the you find a small little panel at the base of the disc. Pop it open and expose some wires, and you fiddle around with it for a little bit, and the disc starts to hum and vibrate, and it raises up off the ground
Oh my.
and starts to spin around. And I need everybody to give me a speed defense
Oh
roll
dear.
of difficulty
That's funny.
5.
Oh dear.
as the loose chunks start to lose its cohesion with the rest of the mass and come flinging at you like a whirlwind. You got your own little hurricane.
Oh!
What difficulty, sorry? 5?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just imagining this thing rising up out of the ground like the Stargate thing.
Yeah,
Where they teleport onto
more
the ships.
yeah, more horizontal, but yeah. Oh, you talking
Wow.
about the okay, yeah. Kind
Yeah,
of
they-
like that, yeah. But it's spinning
Egyptian fellas.
it's spinning. So everybody that fails takes 5 points of damage.
Difficulty 5.
Might damage?
Bet.
Yes, might damage.
Or
That's it.
5 points. Ouch!
I'm all good.
nothing but a scratch.
That's a 1. I don't know what that means, but okay.
And Corvin, take an XP and give an XP to someone else. Or tell me who you want to take an XP.
Brian, sorry, was that 5 points of damage for anybody who failed that roll?
Yeah, 5
I
points
gave
for
it to
anyone.
Quads.
Okay. Oh, yay.
Anyone who failed takes 5 points.
Yeah, I did. I already took it off.
Alright. And as it's coming to a rest, Corvin, a big slab of it actually lands on top of you, pinning you to the ground for another 5 points of damage.
I'm gonna go help him.
I'm going to blast it with onslaught force. Does that help at all?
You might hurt yourself with it being so close to you.
I will help move it.
So
I don't think
yeah,
my mental powers can hurt me because they come out from me. They don't like rebound or anything.
now if you explode it, it may shrapnel you.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So if y'all want to try and lift it
Oh,
off,
we
of it,
rested, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Can I flex lifting?
Yep, you can.
I'm gonna flex lifting.
That
Oh,
lovely
assist.
Jax.
What does that mean?
So Jax can change their skill of the day
Oh,
and be trained in something every day.
oh.
Yep, something new each day.
Yesterday
for that
was
day.
Perception. And today is
So let's
lifting.
see. Let's go. It doesn't say what the difficulty is of it, but I'm gonna say since everything else was a 5, it'll let's keep it as a difficulty 5. So if people want to assist, they can also assist for an asset.
I'll help. Quads comes over and goes, eat.
Okay. Is Corbin pushing from underneath count as well? Or is he just locked in?
Either he can try for another asset, or T-Bone can, because you can only get one other person to assist.
Alright, yeah, we'll just, I suppose, Buddy will help there, I guess.
Yeah,
Do you wanna help out, Buddy?
Absolutely.
Alright.
How do I do it?
You
Just saying the word.
just announce that you're going to assist
Go over
and
here and
and
help us pick
describe.
this rock up.
I rolled my favorite number, guys.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's
Corvin pancake.
still trapped.
Even with my help?
Wait, I could.
Yes.
This rock is too heavy, Corbin. I'm sorry.
Wait, everybody stand back.
Goodbye.
Quad stands up and suggests that you guys plug your ears.
Oh,
Um,
You're gonna try
Kato
to.
is confused and doesn't know what to do with that information.
You're gonna
Stands
try this.
back
You're
and
gonna try the
goes,
shrapnel like he was gonna use with his onslaught.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and shatter that thing.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna put my shield up.
Okay. So if you want to do that, it'll be a difficulty 5 attack.
With what pool will that pull from?
Ooh.
Doesn't just do the damage because it's sound based.
She has to roll to hit,
might maybe.
and
So it doesn't just have to be in the presence of that vibrating sound?
it's
No?
a ranged attack. So I'll say most ranged
Speed.
attacks are speed, but this is more
Pick up the
mentally.
speed, right?
I got an idea. How about I phase underneath it and help Corbin push up while you guys are lifting, so it's like better. I could phase myself underneath it.
You'll be inside Corvin.
No, I'll be next to him.
Yeah,
Can you phase other people yet?
If you're 1 inch thick, yeah. That would be a really odd experience.
That'd be crazy.
You could
You can try
probably
lifting it again.
phase yourself underneath next to him, but then you'd be trapped as well.
Just try
That's a
lifting it
good
again.
idea.
But
What if he phases into the thing and then we just pull his legs? Like a bit of leverage on the rock.
right,
Oh, well, as
Yeah,
long as
he's
he's
stuck in the rock, and then we'll use
like
his
a
legs
lock-
as like
a Rocky Pop.
yeah.
you know, as long as he's phasing, he's incorporeal. And if he
Right,
becomes
but he could stop phasing and be stuck in the rock. And then phase
Hey,
out.
just try to lift it again.
he's like,
No,
get
you're
it off
stuck,
me!
Corbin.
Just
I'm
get
sorry,
it
I
off
cannot
me!
lift this. Yeah, I'll try and lift it again.
The funny thing is, I've been in this situation in real life. 700 plus pound crate of neurological surgical equipment
There
was
we go.
pushed off the back of a truck on top of me
Oh
a
no.
few years ago, and I was folded like a lawn chair with it 45-degree angle laying on me.
Ouch.
Yep, so that gets it. Second time's the charm.
Thank you.
This time he just one hands it and just flicks it off.
I'm helping.
Sure.
But
Like
yeah,
some spray flesh.
Quats, after this is all over, you kind of surmise from fiddling with the device that this was some sort of transportation thing that looks like it may have been pre-programmed to go somewhere near Ballarat if it had worked.
Aha, it was one of those
This is-
things.
This is some sort of transportation thing. Maybe we could ride this disc to Ballarat.
Have we found what we're looking for?
Do you know where you go?
We're trying to find
And-
an artifact and a robot, right?
Yeah, you're thing that you're searching for is supposed to be here somewhere, and you know that something's been supposedly stolen one of the relics, and I need to look up something because it's not in the notes like it should be.
Oh wait, never mind.
No, there's something else.
I saw the 4 above buddy, and I thought maybe he forgot to give his points back, but that's actually above quads.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Good. My internet's being wonky.
Let's try. Can we see if there are any bits we can get off of this no longer functioning transport device.
Okay.
You want to salvage?
So, also,
We're on a salvage spree so far.
yeah, if y'all want to try and salvage that, you can. It's a... Let's see, the thing was a difficulty 6 device, so... give me a... 1d10 row, and then a 1d6, whoever's going to try and salvage.
Yes!
Very nice squad.
Nailed it.
Alright, so you'll find 10 shins and 4.
Start passing out shins. Let's see, there's 5, so 2 each.
You sure you don't want to keep it for yourself? We all have a little bit of money.
I got
Yeah?
I got a lot of money, so just split it between you three, sorry.
You can keep your butts.
Oh, thanks,
I don't
guys.
see any harm in it.
Yeah, I have shins.
Quats gives a big grin and fills her pouch full of shins.
More noodles.
Now you can buy some more noodles.
More noodles!
Alright,
How
noodles!
many bowls of noodles is that?
Let me see here. I got 10 shins and it's probably all the noodles I want.
All
He
the
gets food
noodles.
anyway.
Alright, so you
Have
also
guys seen
find
that thing
4
on Facebook?
ciphers.
That Asian girl eating like 20 pounds of noodles or something. Not 20 pounds, but I mean like this huge ass bowl of noodles.
That's Quads.
Setting.
That's awesome.
Like more than I've ever seen. Like noodles. Like cooked.
Now I'm more hungry.
Alright, so you also find 4 ciphers.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hot diggity.
So give me a 1d6 plus 2 roll for the first one.
Do you want a soldier roll for one?
Let
'Cause we're at
Quats.
this
I think Quats was doing the.
Oh, okay.
That
So
seems
this
to be
is-
rolling high.
This is going to be a level
Yeah.
5. It's called a
Oh, that was
Rejuvenator.
a good roll.
Actually, hold on. Give me a level 5 Numenera check. I forgot when you're salvaged, you have to roll to see if you discover what it is.
It's a rejuvenator.
Yes, but you don't know what that means yet.
Oh, look at that. It's a level 10 now.
Does she know what the next one is?
She blinks around in Numenera joy. Blink, blink, blinky, blink.
So yeah, for the 20, I'll say that the next 2 she doesn't have to roll.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So this Rejuvenator, 1 pool of the user's choice is restored by a number equal to the cipher's level.
So that won't work on me, right?
It will probably work for your intellect because that's the only one that uses the.
Right. But I can't be healed, even though it's my intellect can be covered like that. I still don't think I can be healed by things like that.
Well,
Yeah.
Cypher's mechanical.
Well, yeah, it's a cipher, so it basically has energy. Maybe it would be the same as you draining.
Actually,
Oh yeah, okay.
It doesn't specifically say you can't.
Actually, I would say that it may even let you recover any of them because who knows? It may be like nanobots that repair you.
I'll let you decide, Mr. DM.
I will say that you can flavor text it however you want, and if you, I won't penalize you for this. It is a cipher. Ciphers are special. So if you need
Jolly,
it,
I think you should take that one.
Who?
I think Jolly should take this one.
I don't really need it, but I mean, I was just
I have 3 open cipher slots too, so
Well, no, because he has like.
Well, whoever has it, we can always. Somebody can be like, "Hey,
So this eagle
got
eye
that
pill,
rejuvenator."
right? So it does nothing for me because my eyes aren't real, right?
Yeah, so whoever's holding it can use it on someone else. Basically just...
No, this pill I have, this eagle's eye thing.
Well, that's mechanical too. It'd be like an optic zoom.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, like a scope. Maybe we could like use it and craft you a scope for your gun.
You know what? I forgot to look at my ciphers at that last place, but I have drastic propulsion.
Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah, that's the fanny pack that Quats made for you off of that thing that was in the back of zombie dude's head.
Yeah. Quats, do you want this paralysis, Ray?
Well, we still have 3 more ciphers to sort out what we have here.
So for the
I
second,
do like distance attacks. I do care for those because I'm kind of young.
It has a range of 200 feet.
I'm made of noodles. So I'm squishy.
Right.
So for the second one, Quats, give me another 1d6 plus 2 to see what the level of this device is. Alright, this is a level 7. And because we say the next 2 you also get to figure out what it is, this is called a cell disrupting detonation.
Oh,
I think we had one of those before. I think we used that to kill the big thing in the forest.
Are you able to type really well, or should I type it out? Because this one's kind of a paragraph.
Well, I'll write it and then I can type. This is a level 7.
Yep.
Cell disruptor.
Cell disrupting detonation.
Disrupting detonation. Okay.
It can be thrown a short range.
Are you getting ready to be hungry?
And it explodes in an immediate radius.
It's a grenade.
Inflicting cell disruption damage.
Ooh.
To creatures of living flesh equal to the cipher's level.
7.
50% of these are massive detonations and explode in a short radius rather than immediate.
Right, so that's a cluster bomb?
Looks like it.
Only affects biological organisms, so we could send you into the middle of a room of
I could
biological
suicide
organisms
bomb without the
and
suicide.
Exactly. And just boom. 50%
Well,
of them
stick
are
it to me
massive
whenever you want.
detonation, too. Okay.
And I'll run wild. We already did it with the mushrooms.
Okay, so we got 2 more to do. Let me know when you're finished typing that out. I like this next one. Alright, you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Alright, it's
roll a 1d6 plus 2?
It's a 1d6 plus 1 this time.
Means it might be stronger.
Alright, this is a level 6. And it's called the Instant Companion.
Aww.
Oh.
Back off, boys. I know it's been a while.
That's like the perfect Quats item.
Right?
And the description is, if submerged in water for 1 minute, the cipher morphs into a hound-like beast of a level equal to the cipher level.
It's one of those dinosaurs that you could put in like a bowl of water.
Right? It's
Pretty
just
much.
those
Truffles inside.
expandable dinosaurs.
With appropriate health, damage inflicted, and so on, plus 1 point of armor.
So what? It's a Sasky?
Yeah.
It's an insta-Sesky. It's a Sesky in a pot.
Now we have a chicken and a dog.
Okay, I'm back. What happened?
We got a puppy.
We have a puppy.
We got a test tube puppy.
Yeah, a dehydrated puppy.
So did you get all that written down?
Well, let's see. I have instant companion level 6. If submerged in water for 1 minute, the cipher morphs into a wolf-like beast with +1 AC.
Yep. So it has the health and damage of a level 6 creature. So 6 times 3 is
Health
the
and damage of a level 6 creature.
6
18
times
health.
3 is the health, and I believe 6 points is the amount of damage it does.
Oh my gosh!
How long does
And
that
it
have?
has 1 armor.
And it has 1 point of armor.
Until it dies, maybe. Or
The
does it-
hound obeys the user's commands as best as it can, with only animal level intelligence, for 28 hours or until it is slain, whichever comes first. At which point it dissolves into thick liquid.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
Hey, I wonder if we can take it to that guy in town and see if he can make it last permanently.
If he can make it static and maybe be.
Or at least duplicate it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we'll put the dehydrated puppy in the pocket.
Yeah, don't put it in water yet.
Yeah.
Alright.
So we can't go swimming.
Yeah, no swimming. Unless we like store it inside of Kato.
Unless it's less than 1 minute.
That's true. It's got to soak. I don't think swimming counts as a soak. You know?
If we're there for more than 1 minute, yeah.
Well,
When I have a Sesky in my pocket.
Yeah, we'll have to get a plastic baggie.
Yeah. oh, no. No. I'm gonna put it in my small square cage. Can I do that? That puts whatever in it into stasis? Will that keep it dry?
Well, you can put it in there. It won't really put it in stasis, but yeah, it should be dry in there.
Like if it gets wet or something, would it not activate it? Because it would be, that's my thinking. Like
Yeah,
if I put it in there and it gets wet.
I'll say it'd be
it'll
safe.
bring the dog out, and then the dog will get caught in stasis because the dog's the creature.
Oh.
I'd imagine though, if it's stasis, whatever you put in there won't die. So it should be able to keep it
Yeah, but
Is that
it's
dry.
not I don't think it's a magic. Yeah, it should keep the cipher that way. But once it's an animal, it's gonna bust out of that cage. I don't think it's. Is it a magical square cage? Is it a cage of?
It didn't
odyssey, right?
specify. I don't believe. So we can say it's a
Pokemon.
weird Numenera device that will. It's kind of like a Willy Wonka factory thing. It'll suck whatever you want to put in there to the size of the cage. So you see like a little
Like
miniature
it's-
version in there
it's a
in
Pokeball.
stasis.
It's a Pokeball, like a genie
It's
in
a
a bottle.
Pokeball.
It's
That's
a
awesome.
Pokecage. It's a Pokeball. That's right.
Fl-
Okay.
Flavor that thing is red and white.
Yes.
That is-
And that's-
You've had a Pokeball this
That's an
entire time.
oddity, right?
Notice?
That's
It's
an oddity,
equipment.
right?
It's equipment. Yeah.
What's a Pokeball?
Yeah, it's an oddity.
This is an
You
oddity
don't know what a
that,
Pokeball
that
is?
you
I know what
gave me
Pokemon is,
when
but-
I this is
That's
my
what they come out of, buddy.
oddity.
Oh, someone post a picture of a Pokeball.
Okay, I'll find one.
Kind of skip that generation.
Quats will probably beat me to it, but I'll try.
I
to
did
find
too,
one.
but I have kids, so I know. I've seen a lot of Pokemon.
I grew up with that. That was like my era of age growth stuff.
I remember when I was in high school, one of the kids that came in was all about Pokemon. But I missed that boat. I got
I
one
was-
of the
I
video
was
games
about,
now,
All
and
right.
I've played
We
it with
still
my daughter.
have we still have one more cipher. This is one heck of a score we made here.
You know, it
that
Yeah.
was like the
Well, I hope so because it tried to crush me.
yeah, it makes being crushed worth it. So the last one is a 1d6 plus 1 roll.
Yes.
It's a
Quats is
level 7
smoking.
cipher. So give me a level 7 Numenera check. See if you figure out what this last one is.
Oh dear.
And as usual, I'm
Oh.
no longer pulling the cards. Wow. I'm no longer
Yes.
pulling the cards to
on
describe
fire.
what it looks like. Y'all can
That's
just
good.
figure it out.
Killing it. Killing it.
Woo.
You can just figure it out yourself what you want the
my,
stuff
my
to look
next
like.
roll would be a 1.
Right, but you can't roll for the rest of the night because you've blown all the good ones.
Right.
So
Quick, everyone make a roll just to do it.
this one is called a heat sheath.
Oh. Quats might be a little young for this one.
Heat sheath?
Yep.
Does
That
it have
doesn't sound
warming gel?
Is it a is it ribbed?
It releases a spray. Intentional pause there for you to get it out of your system.
Oh no, this is gonna go on for a
It
little
doesn't
bit.
stop here.
Let's get prepared. Keep reading.
Uh,
Keep reading. We need more info.
and I'm just going to put the card away. No, the cipher releases a spray that can coat up to 1 melee weapon per cipher level. But all of the canister's contents must be sprayed at once. You gotta blow the load.
That's usually how it goes. Okay, up to one.
Okay.
Man.
Coated-
Coat the weapon.
Coated weapons inflict 1 additional point of damage from the heat they now generate. The coating wears off after 28 hours.
This is
What's
the
a 28 hours?
This is the 50 Shades spray.
50 Shades spray. You
Wait,
can
so why is it 28 hours and not 24 hours?
because
The days
the
are longer.
Yeah,
The
Numenera days are longer.
Where we live, silly.
Oh,
Because the Earth doesn't rotate as fast. You know, there's some science here. Because it's so far in the future, you know.
Remember, billion
a
years,
couple of
silly.
100,000 kilometers further away.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Quats actually handed off the rejuvenator. You know what?
Oh, did you want this paralysis thing?
Well, hang on. Quats needs. I'm at Cipher Max, so
So do you want to trade? Do a tradesy for this paralysis
well, here's the
thing?
thing. I could use the rejuvenator. It brings your pool up by how much? I guess we don't necessarily.
We'll take your pick. I don't mind either way.
Well, I was
It's
thinking
your
that
side to pick from.
Kato should use the Rejuvenator because he has the jumping ability and can get anywhere. You know, if
Also,
he needs to use it on one of us.
so he can use it on other
Right,
people
so like
if
a
he
healing
needs to.
potion, and he can bounce around and give it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
I will set the rejuvenator on the ground, and
Because
then
your distance is long range with that jumping, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100 feet.
So
and
but I can't jump and potion in the same time.
still,
you can get to us.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I am currently holding the self-disrupting, and I'm kind of have this the rejuvenators a little further away from that since I can carry 3 ciphers.
Who's
Yeah.
got 3 slots?
I
Do you
have
3
one.
slots, Cobra?
3 slots.
Do you want to take paralysis, Ray?
Does somebody
Or
want
does
to take
Quats want
this
that?
heat sheath? The paralysis ray, if that's a distance attack, is probably good for Quats. The heat sheath goes on a melee weapon, so maybe one of you, buddy, do you want the?
Corbin, do you want to take this
All at
eagle's
2
eye?
slots. How many can we have?
I'm just envisioning
then-
these adventurers standing here now, just like going.
what does the Eagle's Eye do?
It increases your vision by 10 times for 1 hour. But I was thinking maybe we could turn it into a scope.
Oh, that's true.
That'd be badass. We put that on.
And maybe I could take the heat sheath.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you want me to carry the Eagle Eye?
Yeah, you take the eagle eye. Quartz takes the paralysis ray. I'll post them in chat for you, so you
Okay.
don't have to type it out.
Here, I'll post. Yeah, I'll type the. heat sheet.
Here's the paralysis ray.
Oh, and Quats, did you get all of the heat sheath written down?
Releases a spray, coats up to 1 melee weapon, +1 additional point of damage.
So that thing's like a flashlight.
It is a fleshlight. Well, no.
Oh no, it'd be the
No.
opposite. It's
It's
a
the
dildo.
opposite.
It's a dildo that squirts.
Yes, exactly.
I
Was it floppy, Mekar?
Or it's just a can of spray paint.
Nah, that's not funny.
I'm
You're like, no.
I'm ignorant in the ways of those. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Nobody
This is a
believes you.
kid-friendly stream.
This is a child-friendly stream.
There are no sexual innuendos here.
Not in my endo. Maybe in you endo.
I didn't make a sexual innuendo. I said it's a dildo that squirts.
Straight to the
I
point.
just said it.
Sorry if anyone's offended. Sometimes it happens.
I'm thinking
man, that's
about
what they
leaving
come
the
here
group. I didn't realize. Oh, no.
It's not every day that you get one of those.
So the Project Ray, is that what I'm taking?
What was that, buddy?
Am I taking the Eagle Eye, or who's taking that?
Corvin is taking the eagle eye.
Okay, cool, awesome. He should build that a scope for his pistol.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
what we planned to do.
That's what we were talking
Good
about.
idea, buddy.
Yeah, excellent.
Okay, heat sheet.
And let me know when you got everything all situated.
So the rejuvenator, guys, is still sitting on the floor.
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
Okay.
What level was the rejuvenator?
5.
Okay. And what does that do again?
It's
It restores your pool. 1 pool.
I will. He typed it out, right? I'll scroll up.
hurt.
There it is. Level 5?
Yes, sir.
Ooh. Oh yes, I forgot how much I was looking forward to this day.
Uh-oh.
Can I repair as well? Over here?
Once once if you want to, y'all can take your time here. You already been resting for a while. Y'all have been going, but while you're doing the repair, you hear some sound coming from around the hallway here. Seems
Tiny.
that
Kind of looks like a beholder.
it seems that the sound of
Can't even see it properly.
this device crashing has caused something's attention to be drawn. It's come down this hallway,
Looks like a harbinger from fucking Mass Effect.
and so yeah, it's a
That's not cool.
synthetic orb with a bunch of arms coming off of it. It's got this well, let's just blow this up. So it's got some sort of
Oh yeah.
some sort of jets that are that it's using to hover.
Oh, I thought that was a laser beam. Never
Can I
mind.
hide?
Oh, it's a robotic beholder. Interesting.
And it's
Can I try and
it's,
hide? No, I do not hide.
and it's
I'm gonna
slowly
shoot
coming your way.
I'm gonna throw Buddy at it.
And it's making beeps and whomps, kind of like that the probe droids from Empire Strikes Back.
I'm gonna take
Is
a
it-
spear.
Look threatening.
Not at the moment. It doesn't seem to. It's just hovering, coming in your direction.
Hey,
Can I make
Kato,
some
why
beeps
don't
and
you
boops
try
at it?
talking to it?
Yeah, I'm gonna beep and boop at it. Make some pictures on my face.
Boo.
Can I try and
It-
talk to it?
It stops.
Do I need to make
Yeah,
a-
man, talk
It's
to it.
yeah, you can try
know
to talk.
to it.
It stops when you start beeping and booping, and if a robot with no face could seem confused, it looks confused. It seems it pauses for a minute, and it kind of the dog turns its head to the side. It kind of hovers to the side, and its arms do something weird, like it's trying to decipher what you're saying. And since you're not actually utilizing a language, it's a little confused.
I'm gonna display a smiley face, and do like a big robotic waving motion with my hand.
It's funny.
It tries to mimic your motions with your hand with its arms.
I'm gonna go over and say hi.
Is it like non-aggressive?
Not
so
at
far.
the moment.
I'm gonna put my hand out in like a high five motion.
It mirrors you.
High five, yeah.
So do you try to say anything to it?
Hello.
It sits there for a little bit, and then you hear you can't see where it's coming from, but you hear a distorted, mimic version of your voice reply with "Hello. Who are you?"
I am Kato. Who are you?
I am K45.
You guys might be related.
Be kick ass.
Does that ring a bell?
No.
It's not one of the clever bots, is it?
That's like exactly what I was thinking.
Because Kato would know. He's got schematics of all the bots.
What's that?
It-
What were you talking about, Adam?
Yeah.
It's one of the bots we're hunting.
Oh, yeah.
No, it doesn't seem to be one of the bots that you're hunting. If
Just
anyone
'cause he's
is
curious now, I'm gonna use the clever tracker.
if anyone has wants to do a Numenera check, they can
Yeah.
try a level
Yeah,
5 Numenera check.
Ooh.
And what was it that you were going to use, Kato?
Quax, you've been pretty successful
the-
with that.
Yeah, can
The
I
AI
fucking
tracker.
help him?
Oh.
Can I offer him an assist?
Yeah, the
Well,
AI,
any of us can do the Numenera check.
the AI tracker is pretty much like it has been. It's just pinging you've reached your destination.
Okay.
Nice.
I have
You nailed it, dude.
succeeded on my check.
Alright, so you recognize this as being something called a disassembler. It's
Oh,
it's a
yeah, I think I already destroyed that one.
it's kind of a rare
So I can't do that.
rare robot, automaton that no one really remembers what they were made for, but they're really good at taking things apart, and they're known to be a little erratic.
Could we take control of that thing?
Possibly.
One never knows.
I could try.
You're the
And-
robot to do it.
If
Who
I
doesn't
try
to
and
disassemble
sit,
you.
if I try and sit down, does he mimic me?
Nope. He just
Okay, I'll stand back up again.
he just sits there looking at you for a minute, and he kind of like hovers over to the side, and seems like he's checking out the rest of the party.
If I touch him, what does he do?
Give
just
me
Reach out and poke him.
give me a level 5 speed defense.
Okay.
Assets and effort and everything. So yeah. What was that?
I don't want to get hit.
Yeah. You reach out for it, and 2 of its arms swap out and try
It's
to
got extra arms.
try to keep you from touching it, and it floats backwards a little bit. The rest of its arms kind of come up in a menacing pattern, and you hear a hostile creature detected.
Uh-oh.
I am not hostile. I am calm.
And
Tell it I am your father.
I have a frowny face now.
Alright, so it doesn't seem to be reverting back to a unhostile stance, and
Train it.
it shoots off a one of his arms comes over, and it shoots a beam at you.
Ah.
And
Doesn't
after
have speed
that,
defense.
yeah, and then after this, we'll go into an initiative.
Okay.
I said I had my gun out. Can I shoot it before?
Yeah, you can shoot after this. So it's another ooh.
Oh, but you never fail this.
Can I shoot it with
Well,
my...
I mean, I do like to roll 2s a lot. That's a 1.
Yeah.
So you're an inorganic foe, so you take 10 points of damage.
Ow! From mine?
Yep. Do you have armor?
Yes. Does that
Your
reduce it?
your armor is destroyed.
That is me. I am my armor.
He is armor.
So until you're able to get repaired, we'll say that you no longer have armor. This
my thick outer plating is just gone.
yeah,
Just the bare bones. Black
he has melted
skeletal
it.
frame.
This thing seems to be well designed towards disassembling inorganic things.
Crap. Get out.
Ow.
That's not good.
And Corvin, you can take your attack. It's level 5.
My pants are gone.
You're now pantsless.
I can see your sensors.
Don't look at me. I'm naked.
Oh, this is the joke that never ends.
Oh, my arms have nothing
Yes,
to
it
hide
goes
in.
on and on.
So they're just
my
hanging
friend.
out.
Yes.
All right.
I'm naked.
It ignores armor, by the way.
Okay, so
So wait, how much damage does that do?
Alright.
Is that 5 damage?
5.
6.
And there was
Oh,
extra
right,
one
'cause
at
it's
6. So yeah, that pings a good shot off of its central core and actually spins it in a circle a few times. Makes it wobble, but it's still up.
That ignores armor too.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I didn't know if you heard me.
Yep, I took that into account. And now we need initiative.
I'm gonna duck down behind this thing too.
Ow. Oops, I'm not supposed to have all that stuff.
Is there anything to provide cover?
There's a giant disc.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm
Yeah,
ducking behind
that
this.
disc
I
could
thought it was
probably.
flat, so how tall is the disc?
It's probably about mid calf or mid thigh. You could probably get a little bit of cover off of it if you duck down.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Nice initiative there, Quads.
Thank you. Disassembler.
Let's
It's like this is
see.
the end of the road for Gator.
Hato's gonna jump away real quick, I assume.
This sucks. We don't play this enough. I forgot how to do this for NPCs. I can't remember if it's their level that's there, or if it's the ×3 that's there. I think it's the ×3.
Wait, if it destroyed my outer plate, is my jetpack gone?
Your jetpack? No, it hit you in the chest, so you kind of got a hole in your chest.
That's good.
Okay, so that's a 16. 16.
Where did the laser come from, by the way?
The dog?
Out of one of its arms.
One of
Yeah,
the arms. Okay,
like I
that's
said,
good. How many
we're
arms?
taking some arms there, man.
It's got 4 arms, is it?
Let's take them off.
Let's see. It has 6 spindly metallic arms.
That's too many limbs.
We're gonna turn you into a spider.
Yeah, buddy, I haven't
Upgrades.
I haven't soaked the dog.
That'll take a full 6 rounds to do.
Okay, so Quats,
Takes
you're
a
up.
minute, right?
Rounds of 10 seconds in this game.
Quats is listening.
Your turn.
Um,
You are up.
so are you standing? Is this Kato? Are you still standing right there?
Yes. Actually, I was next to it, right? Because I tried to touch
Well,
it.
it backed up away from you.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, so
Wait, what'd you lose the
yeah,
speed
if
for?
I use the sonic shout, I'm gonna hit you, Kato. So
Do it.
Will you?
gonna-
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
I'm
yeah,
into it.
maybe.
yeah, I'd have to
Not-
go right
not if
through
you-
him.
Jump on top of the thing and run around.
I am a stack of hit points. Go for it.
And you could move.
Okay,
try
so
to-
I'll move here and try to be a little off to the side, and I'll try. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna jump up on top of this. I just stand up with my. Where is this object? Is it? You said it's coming right out of the center of my throat.
Right.
So I'm just gonna stand there and go.
Kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Predator.
We're
Yeah.
thinking more Black Canary and
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Arrow.
I haven't seen
Oh,
Predator in
that's
so long.
badass.
I haven't seen
And
Arrow at all.
I am
Yeah,
gonna
dude.
sonic shout that thing.
So I'm pretty sure that's gonna hit me. that's
Okay. Boop, 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 boom.
I'll take it.
You told me you were a box that you were made of hit points.
Yeah, I am certainly made of hit
Okay.
points.
So it'll be a level 5 attack.
I did not hear that.
Quatz's thing will be a level 5 attack.
So do I need to? Oh, is he like?
So I have to roll for a speed attack each time to use this artifact, huh? Okay. Let me
Oh.
roll.
Oh.
no.
Oh.
So do I need to roll to dodge
That was
that?
it.
You can spend an experience point to re-roll that, Quats.
I'll spend one.
Yeah, you're good. She moved to get out of your line, so it's not
Does
going
that
to
thing
hit you.
just like pop
Oh,
out of
she's
my
still-
throat or something?
No, I
just,
spend an
you just don't have
XP.
another charge.
I spend an XP and she rerolls the depletion.
Can you do it for someone else?
I'd have to
I
look
can
that up.
tell your GM intrusions to go away. I assume I can tell someone else to reroll.
Yeah, but the GM intrusion is if they're intruding on you.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
I could do it to any of them.
No.
So
like, if I was getting crushed by that table, I could have said, no, I want to spend an XP, and I dodge out of the way. But you couldn't spend an XP for me to dodge out of the way. Make sense?
Oh, okay.
yeah, so she can spend an XP to reroll her failed.
It's like using inspiration.
Right, okay. That makes more sense.
And yeah, so if you want to, you can use an XP to reroll that attack.
I still have the brain.
I was thinking she could roll to re-roll her depletion.
Yeah, that's what I meant as well.
So,
And
because if
that
it's
too.
depleted, it's done, right? That artifact is.
It has to
And-
be recharged.
Yeah, until you find a way to recharge
no,
it.
then I'm not gonna spend an XP to redo that.
I don't know. It might be hard to recharge it unless we use the brain. But I don't know if we want to use the brain on that because it might be a one-off.
Oh, it doesn't charge itself. It has to. I have to take it somewhere. and
Yeah,
have
no,
it-
you
oh,
have to
Okay.
find.
Yeah, you have to destroy another cipher or artifact to try to power it.
Oh, well.
Oh, we have plenty of
geez.
ciphers. You could try that.
Right, we got a ton of ciphers, so we could try that later, I guess, because we got that heat sheath, which is not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if
That
you
one
want,
kinda
Yeah,
sucks.
we can. Yeah, I'll blow that up for it.
Okay.
So am I getting hit like that?
no, she
I missed.
she was able
She didn't roll
to
a 1.
she was able to move out of the way
Well, she
to.
did.
No, but that was
No,
for
no,
my
I'm-
depletion.
Yeah.
speed roll.
My attack roll was.
Yeah,
it
it was
just
a 12.
yeah, so it didn't hit.
You want me to use my Jurassic propulsion and fly over by him and start whipping it on to help you out?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. That's my turn, right?
Yep, unless you want to
Okay.
use an XP to re-roll to try to hit it.
No. Oh, I can re-roll and actually try to hit
Yeah,
it.
reroll whatever you want.
I'll wait till
But
my next
that's
turn.
enough to level
Um,
up though if you wanted to. do
Yeah,
that, so-
exactly. Quats needs to advance.
Okay, well then, T-Bone, your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna stand up, like, get on one knee. Okay, what difficulty 5?
It is a difficulty 5.
Yeah, that's what I saw you. Alright.
Very nice.
We're dead on,
Alright.
actually.
Take that, sucker!
You
Got exactly a difficulty
Oh.
5.
I was supposed to use 2 of my thing for the... It didn't work.
No, that's
For
awesome.
damage.
You hit
oh,
it
Yeah,
anyway.
we
wait,
tried
wait,
to put effort
what,
into it.
what was you trying to use it
Yeah,
for?
put into the damage.
You were trying to put it into damage?
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you can just manually take it off of your sheet.
Okay.
And
it was
So
2.
that'll be cheap now, buddy. because you got a speed edge.
Oh, okay.
So
Alright.
that'll only be two speed. You got to get rid of.
So how much effort were you going to put into the damage?
2.
So that would increase the damage to what?
6.
Plus it's +3 for each effort point, right?
4.
Yeah.
So that would be 10 damage.
All right. So I will.
Sorry for that. It's not. Still getting used to this.
I will let you know that it doesn't take the full force of that damage. It seems to have some armor. You can't tell exactly how much, but that still put a big hurting on it. But it did deflect some of that damage due to armor. But that was a great shot, great use of the effort. It's now its turn.
Oh,
And you are
Jolly. Oh.
you are the closest one to it still.
I'm just like shields trying to block my body.
So it's going to move its laser beam arm back at you again. And so
But before it got rid of my armor before? Did that armor block a point of damage, or is it just gone?
it was, let's see.
Did the armor get destroyed after I blocked the damage, or before I blocked the damage?
I'm thinking before. I mean, if it's destroying the armor, it should absorb some of that damage, right?
Yeah, I'll say that it absorbed whatever your armor rating is before it was destroyed. It doesn't specifically say in the description, so I'll say that it does help you out a little bit, but it's now gone.
Yep.
So this is a level 5 speed defense.
Uh-oh. Oh, good.
Alright, so yeah, the beam shoots at you, trying to hit in and then the same spot it hit the last time, but you're able to dodge out of the way. You do the whole Neo from the Matrix, is bend over backwards, and
So
it
there's
just
a huge hole in my chest.
and it just the beam just shoots right over your body as you just go horizontal from the waist. And Corvin.
Okay. Oh no, I missed. I forgot to put in the difficulty.
Oh yeah, I was sitting there trying to figure it up. Like, wait, there's something looks off with that. So yeah, the shot goes wide.
Wait, what difficulty is it?
5.
5.
Yeah, so you hit because you.
Oh, so I still hit.
Difficulty 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
okay, yeah, it
that's
goes by 2
8 points of damage.
steps. And it looks like it takes about half of that.
It pierces armor.
Oh wait. Oh, okay. So pierces armor.
Sorry, I'll add that in.
So with that, it falls down into a pile. You hit it, and it seems to go in between some seams, and it's actually like a little bit of ricochet and sparks, and a little mini explosion, and big plume of cloud comes out, and it falls to the ground. Arms,
I'm gonna rush it.
arms twitch a
I'm gonna
little
use
bit.
my sabotage skill to just rip all the arms off. In a rush.
Okay. You
As quickly as I can, just get those arms off the body.
Yeah, you see Kato run over, and he seems to be in a little bit of a rampaging mode, and he's just ripping arms off.
Can we salvage any of that laser stuff from the arms and all that?
You can indeed try to salvage this thing if you so choose.
Yes.
This
I
Have
would like
armor
to
and stuff on it?
specifically get the laser.
Well, armor plating.
give
Yeah.
me
Cover that hole in your chest.
Yeah.
give me a one. Whoever's wanting to do the salvage operation.
I'll do it.
This is
Does
a
my repairing help?
This is a Numenera
Oh, that works. too.
skill. So
Should
give
we
me.
let Watts do it since he's or she's
I can offer him an asset maybe with some help.
That
Look
does
over his
just as well.
shoulder. Look over his shoulder and be like, I think if
What difficulty?
you...
This is a level. Hold on. Let me look. First off, give me a 1d100.
Okay.
All
I'm
of us, or
really
just
bad at rolling those ones.
Just whoever's going to do the salvage.
excellent.
You cobble together.
It's the
Success.
theme of the day.
You cobble together 69 worth of shins.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay, I'll split that up.
I'm a Cancerian. That's my sign.
20. No. 17?
17.25.
I got it.
So one person gets
Okay,
18.
I'll keep the extra one.
Yeah, then that's a good idea.
And give me a actually, I already did the roll, so you don't have to do that roll. This is just what you find. Taking the time, you give me a. Oh, okay. This is you have to roll. Give me a level 6 Numenera check to see if you find something awesome in here, and a level 6 roll will identify it for you.
And so do I get an asset from these fine fellas?
Yes. 2 people can assist if they have the Numenera skill.
Definitely assist.
Definitely.
Okay.
It's a level 6 with 2 assets.
Oh.
You
Did
have
someone else try to identify it?
you have no
Yeah,
idea what it
I
is, and yet,
chose-
yep, someone
I
else
could have had that, but I chose not to put in 2 effort.
can try to identify it.
Put 2 effort in. Okay, what level is this?
What's your specialized? Wouldn't you be the best one to identify it?
Yep.
Sure, I can give it a try.
What difficulty is it?
You can
6.
borrow my book on Numenera,
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
and I will assist you as another asset, so you can have 2 assets.
Love it. Oh, okay. Quat starts flipping through the page. Nope. Flips the page. Looks over at the thing. Nope. Flips it.
It's a picture book.
Yes.
Alrighty. I am so
Well,
glad.
Control today.
I am
Dear
so
friend, let me
glad.
tell you all about this device.
I fucking rolled a 1. What the hell?
Hey, if
But
you
it's
add
like,
them
oh,
together,
there's
you
a
get a
bug.
20.
Okay. You find, and let's see if this is actually going to copy paste properly. Bum, bum, bum,
It's a laser
bum,
beam.
bum, bum.
You guys have grown somewhat accustomed to Quats' blinking around now.
Healing sword.
Ooh, an artifact.
The spoken word is melon.
I love it. Well, Jolly, what you have there is a melon.
Wouldn't the sword activate?
A healing substance into the wielder's body. Points of any stat pool he wishes. Oh my gosh. Does it help you? Or
Well, I mean-
do we
Who can use a broadsword?
have another melee fighter
Me,
here,
I
right?
can use a broadsword.
You
We have
can use
two.
it, but will it heal you?
Yeah, well,
I'll
I
say
mean,
yes.
I was gonna say because he was a dismantler, wouldn't like the other ray be a repairer ray? So this is like
Oh,
some
no,
fucking
you know
repair
what?
sword.
You don't have to. I can just come up to it and say, Melon. Everybody's gonna walk up to your sword hilt and be all, Melon.
Yeah, that's true.
Melon. I walk- so this is how I explain to Jolly what he's found. I walk up to it since my pool is low. I grab the hilt. I look at him, and I say, "Melon." Does it heal me 1d6?
If you're holding it, it does. But then you
if
have
I'm
then you have to roll a 1d10 to see if it depletes.
I'm gonna laugh if it depletes on the first shot.
Oh man.
oh no, right? I'll roll the. There, it does not deplete.
Yes.
And roll a d6.
And I get 3 points back to my might pool.
Nice.
I will give Quats my beat stick.
Oh, since my sonic shout's not working.
The beat stick is also depleted.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
Unfortunately.
it's better than a quarterstaff still.
Yeah.
And
it's like a
uh,
really fancy quarterstaff.
that's right. It's
That's-
better than a quarterstaff. So
So
if
yeah,
I
you-
move in for.
It's like those when it's working, it's like those fucking electric double-ended pole things that the
Oh,
droids
very
have. in-
cool.
So,
Oh,
so since
that's
it's an
awesome.
artifact, can he use that to heal any of his stats?
That's what
Even
it
if he's
says.
a
Heal-
robot?
yeah,
Like we
yeah,
were
he
talking
can-
about the nanites.
yeah, you can use it for any of his stats.
Oh, we're in business.
Yeah, you needed that pretty bad.
So that's a broadsword.
And
Right, does anybody want?
so
we
Quats,
were gonna use a heat
your
sheath
question, you can spend XP in game to advance whenever you wish, if you know what you want.
So you said
Oh, I
we
can.
could.
Thank you. Thank you.
What was
you said
that,
we
Jolly?
could use the cipher to regenerate an artifact.
To try and repair.
Yes,
an
you
artifact,
So do you want to try
Yeah,
and repair
I'll-
the beat stick or the
yeah.
sonic thing?
How many ciphers are you carrying right now?
I have the heat sheath and the rejuvenator.
Okay.
so you
I
can
just wanna be
use
sure.
you can also, if you haven't salvaged already a Numenera device that you find, you can try to use that to jury rig up a power source to try to charge a depleted item, or you can use a cipher or another artifact, and
Let's use this cipher.
it will be a Numenera check against the artifact's level.
Does the level of the cipher help in that at all?
No.
Okay, so
What's
do
the
we want
beat
to?
stick? What's the beat
It-
stick level?
It does a lot of damage. It's level 4.
Okay, level
Posted
4.
in chat. It is a very.
Where am I not seeing it in chat?
I am posting it.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
It does 7
Okay.
damage minimum when you
You want to
use it.
see if you can recharge the beat stick?
Yeah, or your. Since you have the beat stick now, it's up to you whether you want to have.
I
the
would
beat stick
rather
or
have the beat stick recharged than
Okay.
the sonic shout. Yeah.
Well, do you want to try and repair it? Because you are better
Sure.
at that than I.
Sure.
And I'll give you the heat sheath to do that.
And
with.
I do have. I'm only holding 2 ciphers right now, and I can hold 3, so I do have room to hold the heat sheet while I do this.
Alright. And I'll assist. Can I assist in that?
I will help also.
If I say yeah, you could use your Numenera skill to assist if you
So
if you have
is
it.
that 2 assets?
Right.
And it's a
So that
level
would be
4.
difficulty 0.
Yeah, it's guaranteed to work.
Then whatever cipher she's using is destroyed, and the artifact is recharged.
Nice. Okay, that's a 1d10 depletion as well.
Okay.
That's level 4.
All right, level 4. Thank you.
I don't know what it was originally called, but it's now the beat stick.
Nice.
The depletion's off, though. It's supposed to be a 1d10. Right?
Yeah, 1d10.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it was actually called a synth stuff.
we go.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Very nice.
Yes, I was so glad that y'all was able to get that, because when I was setting up this random encounter, I rolled on the table for that healing sword. Like, ooh, they're gonna like this.
Yeah, that's cool.
Alright, so you're free to maneuver as you wish.
So it's been about 10 minutes, right? We can use a 10-minute recovery roll.
Yeah, you don't seem to be in any immediate danger. Y'all can do as many recovery rolls, take as long as you want here.
Whoops.
I will
meant
do
to-
a repair
Didn't mean to
roll.
click that.
I got really hurt.
Okay.
How's it up there now, Corbin?
What was that?
How's the weather up there?
Oh, raining.
It's getting pretty brutal here.
Yeah, it's just non-stop.
Robert
downpour.
in his seat.
And Quats, was you wanting to advance, spend your XP?
Yeah, I'm gonna look. I think I'm gonna just do increasing capabilities.
Hey, the depletion on that Charlie was 1 in 10.
Oh, right. I forget to do that.
Get my pools up a little bit.
So if you want to spend it, you can click on the number 4, and then drag it to where my name is on at the bottom. That should highlight it, and it should try to give it to me. If that doesn't work, then I can try to steal it.
Hey, Knife, I love those bullets that you made me.
You like them, do you?
They seem to work pretty well. I think everyone else is happy with those bullets too.
I got laser beamed.
That's increasing capabilities is 4 points to any of my pool of choice, right?
Or you can split them up.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, you can do 2 and 1.
I can do 2
1
and
and
2.
1, or
Oh,
yeah.
Yep, 4 points wherever you want to put them.
Now that I have this beat stick,
And you repaired it with
Sure.
the heat tube.
I get it.
I repaired my heat stick with the beat stick with the heat shield.
Yeah, you did.
Practice safe beating, folks. Practice
Yeah.
safe beating.
You lubed it up and
Protect-
recharged it.
Beat your stick safely.
Oh boy. I'm going to come up with a special name for this episode.
Quickly.
Definitely going to need a special name for this episode on YouTube.
Yeah,
Lube your beat stick?
you can call it the YouTube.
Always lube your beat stick with a heat shield
Yeah.
or heat sheath.
Oh boy.
You can
Heat
call
sheaths are good for beat sticks.
So your beat stick, I'm not sure how you were using your character sheet, but as a melee weapon that can use either speed or might.
Oh,
Whatever
okay.
pool you
that's
whatever
cool.
pool you want to set it
Well,
up in.
then I'm gonna increase my speed pool. Okay, and I will set it up in both. I guess I can have my choice, or once I pick, I have to keep that one. Or can I be like, this time my speed stick is gonna be?
No,
might.
you pick.
So
Okay.
that
Wherever
doesn't
you have an edge in.
that doesn't include the damage
Speed.
it deals.
Speed.
That's-
I have an edge in speed.
I'd stick it in there because it'll lower your cost and everything.
Yeah.
Stick it in
So
there.
that-
too.
That doesn't affect the beat stick's damage. The beat stick's damage always does the 3 speed. It doesn't change to might.
No, it'll affect the cost of using it if
Yeah.
he uses effort.
Can I hold Robert,
Because he has 2 edge and speed.
Daddy?
I have one
Yeah.
edge in speed
Or 1 edge and speed, yeah.
Yeah. and
The
one in
extra damage
intellect.
will always be speed though.
Yeah, so it's best to use it as a speed weapon rather
But
than
I
a
asked
weapon.
first.
Yeah, it's just for attacking purposes, not the type of damage it does. Just which pool you're going to deplete from when you try to use it.
Okay.
Ranged
Does
weapons.
4 damage normally. So that was just a broadsword. So what's a broadsword stats?
Let's see.
It
It's a
medium
medium weapon, so it does 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you're proficient in medium weapons, you can use it without any penalty.
I am practiced.
What is the beat stick? Kind of like a bat?
It is a big long staff.
Okay. A beat stick. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's beat people in the head with it quite a bit. Alright, and once you're finished resting up, you're free to continue
That
on.
was just a test roll. I like
figured. I figured.
It should have 7 damage.
it. Okay. What's the mod then? I thought
That's-
that was the.
So for light weapons, they get a
Okay.
modifier which makes them easier to hit.
Okay.
Yeah, it lowers the difficulty of the attack.
Oh, why is. Oh.
See
That's-
what you
now
got
we're there.
going on here.
Sorry. Forgive me.
Yeah, it looks like it's set up right now. Okay, so yep. You've rested up. You've completely disassembled the
How long did we
disassembler.
rest for?
As long
About
as
10
you want.
minutes, I think.
Okay. I'm all
We
good.
did
though.
recovery rolls up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm gonna use whatever's left of this thing to fix myself up, by the way.
Okay, yeah, there's still a little bit of power.
I mean, to take whatever metal plating's on it and make it my own.
Yeah, you can use that, do that as part of the salvaging and some of your
Yep.
repair rolls. You won't be pretty, but you'll be patched.
It's under some cloth anyway.
Hey, the female robots like battle scars. Alright. Whenever y'all are ready, you can continue on.
Let's ride. Rock and roll.
Advance as you wish.
Where y'all want to go? I don't know any place in here.
What do we
What do
see
you
down
want?
these passageways?
Alright, let's go.
Do you see anything?
I don't know. It's kind of fun having a fight in this game.
You were looking down that hallway, it just goes straight down into darkness. Seems
let
like
me
it
explore by myself.
it goes off into the rest of the unknown depths of the Colossus.
Okay.
So our only way is forward.
What was that?
Our only real way is down this hallway.
One more time, because Buddy was cutting you
Moving
off.
forward.
Moving forward.
Let's
Moving
go.
forward. All right, move forward. Move forward. I hate not having the freaking headsets. It's hard to hear through the desktop sometimes. Alright, so as you approach this room here,
Oh shit.
it it opens up into an open space that seems to have been used in the past as kind of like a camp area, makeshift camp. You see signs in one corner that used to be seems to have been used as like a campfire. There's little bits of trash here and there where people have left their discarded meals, haven't cleaned up after themselves too much. There is a door heading down to the south, and there's a door here heading north. Other than that, it seems to be empty.
How recent were the people here? Can we tell?
Give me a intellect check, just a base roll. See what you get.
Oh. Does it matter which difficulty?
Yeah, just leave it blank. We'll see what you roll.
Oh, you said intel?
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you mean to apply effort? Yeah. Don't apply the cost on that. Okay.
Yeah, don't apply it. The 17 is good enough. It's a.
You can't do 3 effort anyway.
It seems like it was a about 3 days ago. It was used.
Okay. Did they leave anything, or we gotta search for that too?
Say that again?
Did they leave anything?
No, it's just seems like it. Seems like this is a place that people rest if they want to spend any extended amount of time studying or visiting the Mouth Exaltation. And also, when you get into the close to the center of the room, you can hear something coming from this direction. It sounds like speaking and kind of a distorted, computery type voice.
I'm gonna stealth and then move up so I can hear.
Yeah, I'm gonna stealth as well.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Wherever my character goes, it's not where I want it to. My computer just dicked up.
I'm gonna stand back because I don't stealth well.
Give me your sheet.
How close can I get without having to having to do stealth?
Oh, is there a difficulty for it?
No difficulty.
I got a 6.
Failed.
I got a 9 because I'm trained.
How close can I get without having to roll stealth?
Say about where Quats is.
That's as far as I will go.
And let me look real quick.
I'm just gonna here.
So I lean over to, and I'm thinking about just activating that companion and putting it in the stasis cage.
Do you have water to submerge it in?
Well, I mean, presumably we have.
You can put it in
how
the
big is
glowing
it?
cup.
Right? I could put it in my coffee cup.
There's always one thing that I forget
I'll hold off.
to look.
But I do, because if I bring it to life and then put it in the stasis cage, does that freeze its countdown?
Yeah, if you put it in the Pokeball, it goes into stasis and
Yeah,
its
sorry,
timer
I forget
stops.
I have a Pokeball. Yeah, so if I put him in, so he freezes. So if I take him out and we use him for like 10 minutes, and then I go back in a Pokeball.
It could be around almost indefinitely.
Right? Exactly.
You just have to keep track of how much time you use.
I just have to keep the countdown in mind.
That's so funny. Yeah, that's cool. I'd say do it.
Yeah, what the heck? We're here to play the game, right? Let's do it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Corvin, I'm gonna look over at Corvin and be like, "Psst, you got any water? You got a cup?
I look back and go, how you doing?
How you doing?"
You don't want to use his cup.
I say,
Okay.
what kind of cup you need? Just a tin cup and some water?
So I take out the The
I
little.
pull out. I
just
don't
wanna
pull
s-
out my boiling cup. I pull out a tin cup, which I have because I like to boil my coffee, then pour it into my tin cup.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't want to boil the poor
Yeah.
Sesky.
And then I
so
put some water in there.
Okay, and I plop the thing in there and go, ooh, watch this.
So I know what that is.
Oh, did I tell you? I think I told you that. Shh, watch.
Oh, I'm still excited.
Okay. Do, 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 do,
Kato's using his memory sensor on this event.
Alright, so I had to look up what the frickin' level of the mouth was. It didn't say it in the stuff I was taking the notes from. Okay, so you're using your memory sensor. Allows you to
On the
record
event
everything.
that is happening right now.
I didn't even remember you had that. That's pretty cool.
That's badass. Oh,
Is that a 1d22 or is it supposed to be a 1d10?
That's 1d20.
Don't
Oh,
you
wow.
do that anyway?
Oh, now it's perfect memory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't gotta remember it.
Okay, so you're activating your Sesky. You're using your memory sensor. So what you're hearing.
I'm holding a tin cup of water.
Oh, I'm using the memory sensor to record these two with their cup and their test tube baby.
Oh, okay. You want a perfect memory of bringing life into the world. Gotcha.
Yeah, like a classic home video
That's awesome.
of the kids and their new toy.
And you can do a whole R2D2 Obi-Wan this You're Our Only Hope video later.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, you're hearing stuff coming from this other room, but give
I
me
got a heat tube too.
give me a difficulty. Give me Actually, just give me a intellect check with no difficulty to see if y'all can understand what it's saying. It's not necessarily speaking the
You want all
truth.
of us?
Effort.
You want all of us to roll?
Yeah, you can all roll. You can all hear it, but you can't
Damn it.
necessarily
That's
understand.
an 8.
Oh, what was the difficulty on that?
Just no difficulty, just
Straight
a
up check,
roll.
Yeah. It's a D20.
Oh, okay.
Da.
Buddy, you rolling?
yeah. This one of my friends that texted me. He's in bad shape. Sorry. What were you guys? Sorry.
I did not mean to put an effort in there.
Okay.
Just
On
an
either
intellect
side.
check, buddy.
Alright.
So we both got an
15.
8.
All right, buddy.
I do intellect damage.
That's good.
Buddy, you do catch a snippet of something. It seems to be going in and out of multiple languages, most of which you have no idea what they are. But you you hear very briefly in the language of truth, buddy, you hear, "Your father hid the vernaculus beneath the clouder." And then it goes back into just gibberish.
Yeah. What the hell was that?
What's that, buddy?
I just heard something. I said, what did that say?
Your father hid the vernaculus beneath the clouder.
The vernaculus beneath the clouder.
And you have no idea what that means.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Can we do a Numenera check for those words?
Well, yeah, can we... Quats goes vernaculus, huh? Vernaculus. That sounds. I'm thinking that's a language tool of some sort.
Yeah, you can do a roll. Use Numenera. And it seems to be just random gibberish that it you think that it may have been important to someone or something at some point, but it doesn't make any sense to any of you.
I turn back to focusing on my
And
oh look, a puppy.
my tin cup puppy.
what was that, Corvin?
I said, oh look, a puppy.
Yep. It's been a minute, and your test tube baby is born.
You see a flash go off as my memory sensor captures it.
I unceremoniously just turned the tin cup over.
And it's on its head now. Then.
It kind of just splashes out onto the ground, and it continues the rest of its growth. So if you hadn't poured it out, it probably would have broke the thing.
Yeah.
So Quats is seriously focused, like just waiting. And the second she feels that it's come to consciousness, she starts comforting it, soothing it, and being.
And what does your Sesky look like?
Oh,
Giant sponge, right?
My
SpongeBob Sesky.
Well, he looks like many other Seskis, except he's
The size of a chihuahua.
more mature, level 6.
Oh, that would be kind of funny.
And so I reach into my bag and I pull out some dried noodles that I have, and I give up some noodles to my Seski that is this very like kind of burnt umber color, like reddish orange.
Okay.
Yeah, with like on the ends of his spikes on the back have like little flame tips almost, and I call him Sparky.
Sparky.
Like they go yellow, white, or something.
Like the same as the other Sesky?
Yeah.
No, the other Seski is white, isn't he?
No, his name is Sparky.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Sparky. Oh.
Yeah, but it's the same name.
Oh my god, I have Sparky on the brain. Okay, this is
Spunky.
no, because that's too in line with today's theme.
Well, I think the other Sesky was named Sparks.
Spark. That's right, it was Spark. So
Yeah.
this is Sparky.
Sparks and Sparky.
And Spark. Yeah,
He's
maybe
temporary,
someday Sparky will
But
meet
not
Spark.
less important, younger
Right.
brother.
Yes, but no less important younger brother.
I say, hey, you better Pokeball that thing,
I
otherwise
do.
you're gonna run out of
Thank
time.
you.
What is
So-
a Pokeball, Colvin?
That thingamajig he's got.
Another one of your witch tools.
So I
My witch tool.
spend just a few minutes saying hi to Sparky and scritching him around the ears and give him some noodles, and then I say, "Psst, time to go to bed." And I put him in the Pokeball.
Sparky, I choose you.
Sparky, I choose you.
Yeah, he's just getting into enjoying the noodles, and then he's sucked into a ball.
There you go.
Well, the greatest thing is he's in stasis, so the next time he comes out, he'll have no idea that any time passed.
That's exactly right. Should have noodles in
Yep.
his teeth.
Alright, so what are you up to?
Drink a beer.
We are going to stealth and check out this next room.
Let's see, what was this? The stealth rolls.
I remember.
Yep, you're good. So which direction are you headed in first?
I want to listen in.
Right. So as you go in closer to this room, you will see in the center chamber and you shouldn't see the text, but I couldn't figure out how to write that down anywhere else.
Just copy it into the GM section.
So just ignore that for now. So yeah, you see this big synthetic object in the middle with two poles on either side of it, and wispy green jets of energy are shooting into it, suspending it in the air. And the center of it is cut out, and they are moving, kind of like a mouth, and has a bit of bluish green energy that's flicking in and out, kind of like a tongue. And it's just constantly spitting out random words and phrases, most of which you do not understand.
And the stuff I do understand?
Give me a Numenera. Why not? Well, it's an intellect check. If you have something language based, some sort of skill that's language based.
Like Numenera?
I don't know if Numenera really counts for language.
Okay.
Well, I have Decipher.
I have lifting.
Decipher
language?
Just
Decipher
be a
would work.
I'm sure some people would say that lifting is a language.
Well, I
Yeah.
have investigative skills.
Decipher. I'll
Sabotage.
say Decipher would help.
How do I do that? How do I use it, damn?
Wait, is Buddy helping out?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll help. Wait, we can't really assist with this because we're trying to listen.
Yeah, you each can make a roll. Anyone else that wants to continue trying to listen?
Okay, if you have
I've rolled a lot of threes. Oh, did I roll twice? I'm meant to roll. Wait. Oh, I got a 9. Nice.
Well, there, Jolly. You see what he's saying is.
Yes, from the other room.
Okay, for you to use, did you put up your Decipher?
way to go, girl.
Your Decipher is an actual action. You just click the little eye next to it.
Quartz is on
Oh.
fire.
Yeah, it should be a skill that you have. I think. Let me look at your sheet.
Might not have set it up in the skills yet. Oh, it's a yeah.
Sorry, I posted it for him.
Oh, it's
Oh, he already
in
put
the
it up.
book.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be more for writing. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you rolled the
Well, hey,
11 plus
Kadir,
asset.
I wrote down what it said, and now I just wrote down the quote, and now I'm Decipher.
Excellent.
So let's see. Look at these rows. What's this time? You hear something, and you get a big long string. What you hear is N equals R multiplied by FP multiplied by NE multiplied by FL multiplied by FI multiplied by FC multiplied by L. And then it switches over and says G.I. Seder ruled for 60,000 years before stepping down.
So, I'm hearing some funky alphabet math. And something about G.I. Joe rocking it for 60,000 before he stepped down. Alright, is anybody else getting anything out of this?
Yeah, I'm definitely the.
I don't think it's speaking the truth. No pun intended.
Oh, wah wah.
We already know there's other people in the room, right?
You haven't seen them yet, no.
Okay. I said maybe we should just get a little closer and find out.
Maybe we should talk.
Okay.
They're
I
friendly.
will move into the room a bit.
Are you trying to be stealthy still?
Yes. Should I roll again?
Nope. You move in closer and
So, Quads just kind of follows, not being so comfortable letting
you'll do.
Jolly get
Let's
so far away.
say you might just barely see. Looks like something in this alcove over here. Not quite far enough out that you can see into it. So you can try to approach closer. Y'all can try to explore some
This
of those
seems like
other
right
rooms.
in the middle of the room.
Yeah, it's directly in the center of the room.
Do I see? Nope.
And so that wall is kind of cutting off your view. You can tell that there's something or somebody down there, but you can't get a good look at them.
I will hug this wall. Trying to be super stealthy.
Get him, big dog.
And you hear a couple of sounds like a male and a female talking quietly. Seems like just small talk. Seems like they may be enjoying a meal of some sort.
Okay.
How about check out the magic mouth?
Check it out in what way?
I'll scan it.
Okay.
Get it, man. Get it.
Your scan lets you know that it is a level 8 device, very ancient. It's made out of some strange material. Seems very similar to the stuff of the exterior of the Jade Colossus itself. It seems like it would be resistant to most forms of damage, and
Can I
it's
use Numenera on it?
you can. It'd be a level 8 check.
Wow. Can I
Try.
Uncle, can I help him? Give him his
Yeah,
book back?
And while you're doing that, the people down here have noticed you, and they come up.
Oh, I failed.
And
That
the
dude's
lady,
badass. He's got a beard that hangs out of his little circle.
the lady speaks up, and she says, "Hold, pilgrims.
Howdy. How are you?
There is a fee for utilizing the artifact to help support the protectors, of course.
No problem. We'd love to help. How many shin is it?
It will be 10 shins.
No problem. I'll give you 10 shin. I'll go over and give her 10 shin.
Yeah, and the man holds out his hands and accepts it. The guy is short, kind of stout, and he's decked out in some fancy futuristic looking armor. He has a spear. The lady is wearing some sort of opaque and constantly fluctuating robes. It's a little hard to distinguish her true shape. It's constantly moving.
She look human?
Yeah. It's hard to judge, but she does seem human. She's not artificial.
So
Can I try?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I try to connect to the artifact mentally?
You don't get a sense of a mind.
Okay. Can I
So,
touch it?
Oh, go ahead.
So,
I'm gonna touch it with my finger.
Who are
It's
Oh,
cool. Pretty cool to the touch.
Interesting.
So I talked to the lady. I'm like, you guys don't look like you're from around here. And neither are we. But how? Where are you from? Are you from here?
And she's like, indeed, we are members of the Jade Protectors. We are the attendants of the mouth.
Oh, okay. Now we're after some robots, right?
Yes, a robot.
I want to tell her, like, man, we're after some a robot that's not doing so good. So, have you seen any robots in here? I mean, we're friendly. We're just trying to help the town out, and we don't want any trouble. I mean, no trouble at all. But we're after these robots who do a robot that needs ass kicked.
And the guy speaks up and says, as long as you don't try to damage or steal the relic, then there will be no trouble here. We have the only robot we have seen is your friend standing behind me.
Oh,
I'll walk over to the. This thing's like gibbering.
Yeah, it's constantly spitting out nonsense. Though, Corvin, with your scan, you do get the sense that you can try to learn something specific from it, if you wish. Like, if you want to ask it a question, you may. It's kind of like
it's kind of like an oracle. We can ask it questions.
right.
Right, I asked the eye, who are you?
Well, it's a mouth. It's not the eye.
Oh,
That's
I
a
asked
different
the
one.
mouth, who are you?
Let's see. It will be a difficulty 6 intellect task
To listen to it?
to try and get an answer that you're going to be able to understand.
Okay.
can I assist in that? Probably not, because it's can't help somebody else listen.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Nope.
You do hear in a language you can understand. It spouts out, "Convoy of the Sky God," but you're not certain if that is relevant to the question you asked or not. And then it goes back to
Wait, say that again?
it said, "Convoy of the Sky God." and then it's spitting out more nonsense. And the guy he speaks up and says, if you want to learn something specific, it is generally easier if you use a midnight stone.
Do you have any?
I do not. But if you feed the midnight stone to the mouth by throwing it in the center, it generally answers more truthfully.
I don't think we've come across any midnight stones yet.
Nope, not yet.
Maybe we'll have to come back once we find some.
Yeah.
Or put a shin in its mouth.
Let me see something real quick.
So this is Zoltan. Maybe you wake up tomorrow big, jolly.
Ooh. With
Bigger.
fresh new plating.
When you throw a shin, or how do you feed it?
I'm right in front of it. I guess I just
Oh, here comes
Toss
the
it
airplane. Choo
just
choo
lightly.
train.
chuck it in there.
Nom nom nom.
You throw the shin in, and it when it touches that energy tongue, before it even gets into the mouth, it kind of disintegrates. You get the sense
This is
that
a good waste of money.
touching it would be quite hazardous if you were to.
What if I
And-
poke it with a spear? The tongue. Not the rest of it, just the tongue.
What are you doing with the spear?
Just touching it.
Saying say ah.
Just the tongue bit, not the rest of it.
Yeah, the spear, the part of it that you touch it to disintegrates.
So I have a stick now.
You have the stick,
Okay.
and when you fed it, the coloration darkens a little bit, and the shape of the mouth alters slightly. The tongue starts to be a little more erratic, and it starts repeating in the truth, "I hunger," over and over.
Well, I think I have a ration, and I'll pull out a ration.
And the two people, they immediately step back into the alcove and say, you may want to back up. It has awoken. It is
Watch
dangerous in this state,
It is hungry. It said it was hungry.
and you don't want to be its meal. You should
Okay.
step away.
I'm gonna, as I'm stepping back, I'm gonna throw the ration in its mouth.
And buddy,
And then
Yeah.
stand over here.
I'm actually gonna stand right behind them.
Just back up a little bit.
give
Quad
me
steer. I like noodles.
I have lifted.
as
I can
you're trying
use
to
them as a shield.
as you're trying to move, buddy. Take an
Yes, sir.
XP from me and say who else you want to get an XP.
I'd like to give it to Quad. He can help catch up.
Thank you, buddy.
Alright, so both of you steal an XP from me.
How do I steal a card for Quad?
She'll has to do it.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Alright, and T-Bone, give me a level 5 speed defense.
Oh shit. I'm whooping his
Uh-oh.
ass now.
Bob and weave, buddy. Bob and weave.
Oh, it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. Okay, level 5. Okay, go.
All right, so
Nice.
the tongue actually tried to reach out towards you, and the mouth kind of leaned forward, stretching in its constraints of its hovering field, and it tried to chomp down on you, like it tried to swallow you.
Yeah.
Feed me, Seymour.
But you narrowly missed it, and you're able to get out of the way.
Feed me. Come on. Feed me. Do that again, thing, I'll whoop your ass. I gave you once a free shot, but next one's gonna be coming. It's gonna be coming a gallon.
And the lady says, it's very rare, but it does sometimes do this. It's best to just avoid it until it resets, which could take anywhere from an hour to a few days. I apologize if there was something specific you wanted to learn or study from the mouth.
What happens if it eats you?
Well, it's only
it like
happened
you?
on a rare occasion, but no one knows. If they are swallowed, they disappear.
Oh,
What does it like eating?
Anything. It's insatiable in this state. It's
If we feed it, will it calm down?
That is a dangerous task. Mostly we just avoid it. It's safe to travel around the chamber, just don't get within tongue reach.
Okay.
Does it like chicken?
shall we go back here and check out these rooms over here?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, you can easily avoid it. The chamber's big enough to avoid it. But it's still constantly just saying, hunger, I hunger, I hunger, I hunger, I hunger.
Can I try to read its mind?
You're not getting the sense of any mind. You don't know
Oh, there's
what
no mind
this...
at all. I didn't know if it awakened, if I would sense something.
Feed me.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily... Well, you're not picking up anything. It not necessarily means it
Okay.
doesn't have one, but it's...
I can't sense anything.
Yeah. Okay, and... we're gonna check that door. If you try to go into that door, it does seem to be locked.
I will pick the lock.
It'll be a difficulty 6 intellect
Okay,
task.
I have intellect, not speed.
There is a control panel on the wall next to it. So you can try to use an intellect difficulty 6 task to try to use a control panel, or you could try and...
I will use my sabotage skill to get past it.
Alright.
And a door trick asset.
A what
Which
asset?
I have saved. A door trick asset, which you gave me like 5 sessions
Oh.
ago.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the one use cipher type thing, so you can get rid of that.
Which will lower the difficulty by 1.
I was racking my brain there for a minute, like door trick, what's that?
Damn, I didn't even need it.
Nice. Yeah, but we did it just in case.
It's best to be sure sometimes. Alright, so
Went
yep, the
Beastie
door
Boy on it.
slides open. You're able to enter if you so choose.
Waltz right on in. Let's go.
Alright, so there seems there's several bookshelves and bookcases along the walls, and in the center is this big chamber with a bunch of stuff on it. Let's see.
Hardcore narcotics.
Thought I already had a bag of that.
Let's see. Two walls of this chamber contain shelves made from Ballarat, it looks like, filled with a variety of oddities, many of them appearing as small crystal spheres of various shades. A central table holds a device and clear crystal spheres.
It's meth.
Can I scan it?
Yes, you can. It
Bye, folks. Catch up
seems
to my friends.
that the device on the table, is that what you're scanning, or just...
Yes.
Alright, yeah, the device, it seems that it's made to somehow distill sentences or words from the mouth into their essence somehow.
So if I pick up one of the little crystals and break it in my fingers, does that make it say something?
Yeah, let me reread this, make sure I get this right. So yeah, they seem to do random stuff. And it's listed this as a sample, so we'll say this sphere that you picked up. Kato, holding the sphere, instills a sense of nostalgia in you. You remember a favorite moment from your childhood, whatever that would be for you.
It was like 2 years ago.
So you suddenly get a flash of a pleasant memory.
The first and only time we discovered something with James. Yay.
So it looks like most of these things will somehow be usable as either an oddity or a cipher. If you were to try and gather up stuff in here, there's no one in the room. It's abandoned. You do get there are some papers. We'll say there's some papers on that table. That reading through them, they seem to be notes of other Jade protectors. It seems to be like some sort of field research station. The protectors that are studying the mouth and trying to make something useful out of the nonsense coming out of the mouth.
I'll hand a crystal to Corvin. This reminded me of James.
I pick it up. I pick it from
And holding it, if you concentrate on it, it will. It also gives you some sort of nostalgic memory. May not be the same one. You get to decide what that is. It is pleasant.
So I get a sense of how all this stuff on the table works through my scan. As you said, there was something holding the balls, and then there's balls all over the place, just balls everywhere.
Yeah, you get the sense
This
that
episode.
it's some sort of alchemy type set. That you know what it does. You don't know how it does what it does, but it distills words spoken by the mouth into their essence somehow and infuses them into these glass spheres. And the shelves all around are full of these glass orbs of different sizes.
Okay, you said we could try to cobble together a new a device, cipher.
If you you probably won't be able to figure out how to use the thing on the table, but you have a plethora of oddities and or ciphers at your fingertips in this room in this form of these orbs.
Okay, so we could actually use them to try to power a device too.
No one
Uh,
with the fond memories, the nostalgia memories.
yeah, y'all can write that down as an oddity that one of y'all can keep.
Okay, maybe we can do something with it.
What's at this? I want to check out. Is this a bookshelf?
Yeah, it's got more of those orbs on it.
Oh, cool.
And
Since we're sort
Huh?
of slowed down a bit, do you want to maybe try and turn that thing into a scope?
Yeah, that'd
Since
be
we've got a
awesome.
little bit of a workshop in here.
it doesn't really seem to have the proper tools for that. You may
Oh,
be
I have
able
the tools.
you may be able to that may be something that you could take back to that Chandler dude.
What was that? Sorry, I had to get out for a second.
This is
Jolly,
what my arms are made for.
what was that?
This is what my arms are built for.
Well, if y'all want to, you can definitely attempt to try and use that cipher to equip a scope onto the gun, but it will destroy the cipher whether it succeeds or fails.
Okay.
And what cipher is it?
Do we make a new cipher? What's going on?
We're gonna turn the eagle eye into a scope.
Oh, okay.
Who has the eagle eye?
I do.
Okay.
So
level
will that persist then? Will it become an artifact rather than a cipher?
So level 5, and
It's up to
it
Mr.
wasn't
DM.
intended for this, so I will say that bumps it up to a level 6. And if you want to attempt it, because this is kind of changing, this will kind of change the gun into an artifact.
Okay.
We'll say that it'll take 3 points of XP to attempt it.
Yeah.
And then will the gun have a chance of depleting?
Yeah.
No, I think I'll hold off.
Yeah. So we could have that guy make it and not spend any XP.
Because that's a lot of XP for a
Yeah.
scope.
Changing an item into an artifact, that's quite
Quite
the
the
feat.
maneuver, yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you can search these shelves for some ciphers and artifacts, not artifacts, but oddities, if you so choose.
Quats would like to do that.
Anyone else?
Would that be?
Sorry, what was the question?
You're able to search the room, the orbs, to see if you can find any oddities or ciphers.
I will do that also.
Who will you roll?
Alright. Let me get the Numenera book out. So let's take a quick break and go on for a while. My water's getting low.
What are you gonna check on?
We'll take a little break.
Yeah, I gotta get the Numenera book out so I can have the tables. And I want to refill my glass and use the bathroom real quick. So
Okay,
2 minute
so a
2
quick
minute break.
We're back then.
Okay, I'm back. How about everyone else?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, Quats, we'll let you do this. Give me a 1d6 row for the oddities and another 1d6 row for ciphers.
What am I doing again? I'm sorry, I spaced.
1d6 row to see how many oddities y'all find.
Okay.
And then another 1d6 for the ciphers.
We find one.
All right. What are you looking for an item?
No, I'm just kind of Quatsa's kind of here while the others are looking. She's just kind of going kind of, you know, picking up an occasional item and looking at it, and kind of like a kid waiting for their parents at the store, you know.
Right. So you posted a YouTube video. What is this?
Oh, that was just sabotage. By Beastie Boys when Jolly was using this sabotage.
Oh, something got screwed up royally. Audio-wise, I'm not hearing sounds on YouTube. I had tried to plug in my headsets to see if they were working just as we started the stream, and it wanted to install something and it screwed something up with the system settings. I see audio moving for when you guys talk and for the music player I'm using. I'm hoping that the stream is hearing hearing the music. Guess I should check that.
Rock and roll. Ooch goo.
So I can't tell. I'll have to watch
Can
the
you hear me?
VOD later. Yep.
Okay.
How about this? Hey, yeah, let's do that. Someone check the stream. See if y'all can hear people talking. Make sure that the music and stuff can be heard. It'd be kind of sad if we were going for almost 3 hours and nobody was hearing anything. I see the lines moving on OBS.
That would be sad. They're missing all of today's hilarity.
That blows.
We dropped some frames, but it's been pretty steady today for the stream. I am recording it separately, so the recording at least ought to have audio if the stream is screwed up. So, buddy, were you searching for something on the shelf, right?
Yeah.
Alright, while we're waiting on the others, we'll say that you find an oddity, so give me a 1d100 roll.
Alright.
A 20.
I roll a 1? Oh, that's 5.
Let's see, someone's already found this one, so give me another 1d100 roll. Because that first roll was the bottle of cleaning spray.
Oh, we already have that.
Yeah, so 62. Oh, alright. You find a box. Okay, so this orb in a glass orb, it has something floating in the center of it. It looks like a box of matchsticks.
Okay.
So to get this, you would have to break the orb, and I'll write out what it does.
So break the orb?
That's whenever you want to make use of the oddity. So
Okay.
you can keep the orb in your pocket for now.
Where would you write that in at? The notes?
Yeah, I would write it in under the equipment somewhere.
Oh, okay.
You could add it as a piece of equipment, listed as oddity, box of matchsticks, and well, you can just copy paste what I'm about to write down.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I got an oddity.
Nice.
A box of matches.
Writing out what it does.
Are we rolling for the stuff?
Yeah, so you've found one oddity and three ciphers. So whoever's
Nice.
looking for ciphers, looking for stuff, we'll do the ciphers next.
Okay. I was doing that.
Okay, so this is what your matchsticks does when you decide to break them out of the orb.
That's badass. Who did we lose?
You just got the minor illusion cantrip.
Right? We can mix it with a little hedge magic and have some fun.
Yeah.
Entertainment. We have
sounds.
evening entertainment around the campfire.
Alright, so, Jolly, you are looking up ciphers, so give me a 1d6 plus 2.
Coming up. 1d6 plus 200, you said?
Just 2.
Well, that's plus 1, so just add 1 on that. So 3. Whoops. Roll the 1.
Alright. So this is a level 3 device. It's called a magnetic countermeasure.
Okay.
This device creates an invisible field that fills an area within short range and lasts for 1 minute.
So
Look.
it fills 100-foot zone. It's pretty big.
Creates an invisible field that fills an area within short range and lasts for 1 minute. Field scrambles magnetic fields, making any device or power involving magnetism unusable. Effect lasts as long as the device is powered or remains within the field. And this is one of those devices that take up 2 cipher slots.
So if we use a cipher that uses 2 cipher slots, does that give us a better chance of revamping an artifact?
I will. I'll say that it gives you an asset.
Okay.
It has more
Well-
juice.
What level's your sonic sound thingy?
Quats.
Yes, my sonic sound thingy.
Yeah, what level is that?
It's I think that I have here it's level 1. But I doubt that. That's
Wait, how much
right.
damage does it do?
6 points of sonic
Maybe it's
damage.
level 6?
That's probably right. What say you, GM?
I don't remember what we stated
it does
when
6
we made
points
it,
of
but
damage, so
but
is
I
that
I would
consistent
say yeah. If
our
it does 6
level?
points, it probably was a level 6.
And I suffered mightily to get it. Like, I went through a crystal. I became crystallized.
Do you want to try and get that back
Repair it?
online?
Yeah, I mean, because we're swimming in ciphers right now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
So can I help Putz with that? And use
Yeah.
this cipher? So that would be 2 assets.
On a difficulty, what?
6.
Numenera.
On a difficulty 6 Numenera?
Yep. 2 assets because of the thing and Jolly's help.
Oh,
So you destroy that.
oh, difficulty 0. Look at that.
So the membrane countermeasure is destroyed, and your canary voice is returned to you. Oh wait, that was
I'm blowing already.
what I said it was. Was it the magnetic one or the?
Sonic
Magnetic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. So the magnetic one is gone. Is everyone else back?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm just
Yeah, I'm
like
back.
lying here playing. The
Okay,
Numenera.
So
Oh my gosh, so Quats can be like, ah, and then whack him with the beat stick.
T-Bone got an oddity. Jolly found something and utilized it to recharge the canary voice. Who else is searching for something
I'll
off
look
the
for
shelf?
stuff. I'll look for stuff.
Alright, so Corvin, give me a 1d6 plus 2.
Get up here, Dax.
Alright, so it's a level 6 device, and
Dax.
give me a Numenera check. Forgot to do it with the other one. I keep forgetting that. So it's a level 6 Numenera check to see if you can depict what this item is.
Nice.
Alright, so you find a light steed.
They're
Yeah.
like a toy box, guys.
It's
This
a-
is like Christmas.
It's a 1-slot cipher. It projects a holographic image of a powerful mammalian quadruped made of glowing light. For 8 hours, the image takes on a solid form, still made of light, that moves as directed by the user.
Oh, cool.
It is
Is
a
that the
level.
Empire symbol?
It's a level 3 creature that cannot make attacks but moves a long distance each round.
Whoa, anyone got a cipher slot?
I don't know.
Yes, actually.
You want to hold on to that?
What is it?
Light steed.
What does it do?
Sorry.
Level 6
I
cipher.
found a weapon for Buddy for Buddy here, and
I'll write it out.
Okay.
Watch, what are you doing? That sounds like Power Rangers.
I'm sorry.
Is that what was that? The Green Ranger summoning his Titan with the flute dagger?
Oh, oops. No, it's that's not the one I meant to send to you, Buddy. I'm sorry. This is. I found a weapon for Buddy.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I mean, this is an interesting cipher.
You have to go faster than light speed.
Light steed.
Oh, it's
Somebody's figuring it out.
That's the second horse-themed cipher that I've gotten.
It seems to be
It's like we're in Cipher Mart right now.
it seems to be a thing that the cowboy must have a horse.
I have a puppy.
Okay, there you go.
I pet my puppy.
That's
in
the
my
light
cage.
steed.
Mammalian quadruped. So
That could
could
be
that
anything,
potentially be a mammoth or something?
right?
Indeed.
Or a light mammoth.
And who
No.
else was looking for something? We got one more.
I don't. Wait, does that take 2 slots?
No, that's a 1 slot.
Alright. Cool.
And who else wants to find something? Because you got one more cipher.
Sure.
That's
See
a
what we get.
1d6 plus
Is-
2.
Is my instant companion still considered an active cipher? Like as far as cipher interactions go?
No, you've used it, so your slots.
Okay, so
You
I
just
have
you
one
just need to
slot.
make an annotation somewhere that you still got it and it's in
Okay.
stasis and how many hours, which
I'll have
is
to
the full
keep track
28.
of the time as I use
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a level 4 cipher. This is another one that takes up 2 slots. It's called the it's called a membrane countermeasure. It creates an invisible field around up to 3 living creatures that lasts for 1 minute.
Well, that's a good one.
The field
That's pretty cool.
The field scrambles all effects of incoming technological devices.
What if we
Ooh.
put
answers
that
phone
around
calls.
us and jumped into the mouth?
It let's see. The field scrambles all effects of incoming technological devices, ricocheting the effect back toward the initiator.
Oh, hit with its own tongue.
Right? We could destroy that thing.
It has no effects on technological devices used inside the field.
So you can still fire out of it.
So we can, yeah.
Okay, somebody's got to ditch a. I could get rid of. Well, right now I have one.
How many
cipher
slots?
Slot. I have one,
It's a 2 slot.
and it's a 2-slotter. I'm carrying the cell disrupting detonation and the paralysis ray.
Let's see what I got. I might be able to ditch one.
We want to keep both of this.
Biotech spatial warp, which we want to keep that, and drastic propulsion.
Why don't you give what's spatial, and then you take the 2 slot,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then
that's
we don't have to get rid of any of them.
fine. All right, cool. Let's do that.
Is everybody allowed to carry 3 ciphers?
No, I'm
No,
not.
it's different.
Next level, I'll have 4.
I'm still on 2.
Okay. So what am I getting?
Here, I'm going to post it.
Okay.
Makes
You get
it
a
easy.
thing that teleports whatever you throw.
Who come by first?
If I get kicked off here, guys, it's getting really windy. So,
Okay. Stay safe.
Brian, can we combine ciphers?
Combine them?
Yeah.
In what way?
Like put a spatial warp on my my creature to make it blink speed of light.
Or I could attach it to my crystal detonation weapon.
If it says that you can attach it to something else, you probably
Oh,
could.
so I could use that paralysis. I could attach the spatial warp to the paralysis ray.
Yeah, but
and
that's already
paralyze
got
something
a
up to a mile
super
away. No, that has a 200 range. But yeah, okay.
maybe something that's more melee range because we're
Could
close
you?
space.
Oh man, what if you attach that to the cell disrupting detonation? Would that increase
Yeah.
its range?
Nuke from orbit, yeah.
well, I have another one for that. I think. No, maybe we used it.
You had a camouflage field.
Yeah.
Will
Okay.
it count as 2 ciphers, or would it just be 1 now?
Because
I
you
can
wait,
do ciphers.
so you're asking if you use give something else that spatial warp, then it's count as still a cipher.
Will it become 1 cipher? Yeah.
The spatial warp is a single, takes 1 slot, right? Oh, you mean the 2 devices? They become 1. Yeah.
He means if he uses the spatial warp. and attaches it to something, does it still use the cipher?
Now, once you use it, the cipher is consumed and your slot is used up. But it
Yeah.
takes
Right,
it takes
but-
an action to use it, so you can't like use two ciphers to combine them onto each other. You have to one turn use one cipher, and then the next turn you can use the other one if it's still viable to attach it. If it's attachable, that's the only way you can combine ciphers. If it specifically says you can attach it to something else.
No,
And if it-
I'm
and then if
taking
it makes
that
sense.
cipher that's on the.
We have enough slots to carry all of them.
Okay, and this specific one has to affect a single target at range. Can't
I'm
just be
taking
like,
this. What is it?
I can't make
Projectile?
my-
When
there?
affixed
My
to
nuke.
another Numenera.
Okay.
yeah. I can't make a nuke device out of.
What slot? I just gave up my one. What do you want me to take? The 2?
That affects a single target at range. Oh, okay.
I think they figured out a way to where you don't have to give up.
Yeah.
You're there.
Yeah,
they
we're,
made it
we're
so.
all good.
All right, I'll take
So
mine back.
Quads has the spatial wall, and Buddy has the whatever the other one was. The bubbles.
If
And
you can paste that out like I did.
Or
Quad.
however you guys wanted to sort that out.
T-Bone,
Yeah.
would you please steal an XP from me
Okay.
and announce who you want to also get an XP?
Jolly.
Thank you.
Kato, I mean, sorry.
Right. Well, Kato can steal an XP. As T-Bone is looking on the shelf, he accidentally brushes up against a sphere next to the one that he got the oddity from. And he is... You see him kind of turn into like wispy smoke and get sucked into the glass sphere sitting on the shelf. So he seemingly disappears into this glass orb, and yeah, you are now seeing everything as humongously large to you, T-Bone. You're now standing in an empty, clear glass prison.
I'll go over and pick it up.
Buddy's in the bowl.
Yep.
Buddy's a snow
T-Bone.
globe now.
He's in a globe,
He's
It's
So
a buddy
when
globe.
when I pick it up,
and yeah,
They
the
became a
ground
Pokemon?
shakes, and you fall on your butt there, T-Bone, as a monstrously Godzilla-sized Kato reaches out and lifts you off the shelf.
so it's wait. Do I pick up an orb buddy in it, or is it? do I
Yeah,
just pick up.
He's in an orb.
He's in a Pokeball.
That's funny. Pokenut.
Wait, so if we set it on the ground, can he just like cruise like a hamster?
Yes, he can. It's
Jolly, put him on the ground,
it'll-
please.
it'll be a
I'll
might
roll
task
them
to
over to Quads.
it'll be a might task to see if he can move it on his own. But
I'll be
No,
like,
I'm just gonna roll him to Quads.
okay, so give T-Bone, give me a level 7 speed defense
oh no,
to see if you can run in place fast
Oh, the
enough.
hamster's died.
no.
See if you can run in place fast enough to keep your feet as the orb is rolled across the floor towards a very large Quats now.
Yeah, you look up at me and I go, noodles.
Like straight out of a Disney film.
All
or
right,
something.
so this is classic hamster in the wheel. You're
Yeah.
running, and you're
Yeah.
keeping pace for a little bit, and then you trip a little bit, and you're just give me Give me a difficulty 3 might
Nausea
check
check.
to see if you can avoid expunging some of your latest meal.
Right? Oh.
Yeah.
You're going to be quite the dizzy critter.
Yeah.
Critter is the keyword here.
Okay, so yeah, you. Would you keep it in?
All right.
And the ball has now made its way over to Quats, and you see him sitting kind
Like dizzy.
of almost spread eagled out on the bottom of it. And have you ever been mean to a cat and spun it in a circle, and then it just sits there and its head is going boom, 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 trying to figure out why the world's spinning. That's pretty much what T-Bone is doing.
So I pick up the ball and I look at it really closely. So pretty much all he sees is like one giant eyeball looking down at him, and right up my nose.
You
How
have
you doing, buddy? And I tap on the glass like you're absolutely not supposed to do. Tink, tink, tink.
it is very loud.
Boom, boom.
Like an earthquake.
It's got kind of like a crystally ting, so it's like a high pitched, a very loud bell, crystalline bell.
Do you want to stay in there?
Nah.
No?
And you hear a very high pitched no.
I go, okay, so I'm holding it up and I kind of hold it in range of my sonic shout.
Okay, so you're gonna use your voice to break the glass
Mm-hmm.
and release him.
Yes.
All right. I'm not gonna really require a roll here, but
'Cause I'm kind of
T-Bone,
holding it right there in front of my.
T-Bone, you take 6 points of the sonic damage, and
Funny.
Oh, the glass doesn't shield him from any of that, huh?
another 4 points of might damage from
Oh,
the
damn.
glass shattering, and
Sorry,
you
dude.
you magically become your normal
Even
size in Quats's arms, and Quats, you get squished and take 3 points of might damage.
I take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh! Hi, T-Bone. Sorry, bro. Kato has a rejuvenator. He can help you out.
That's funny.
Can you get off me now?
Yeah, I got most.
Oh, thanks.
This has
Go
been
to Buddy, and I'll stick him in the butt with my sword and say, "Melon."
I don't think the blade part
I
of
don't
it
think
does
it
it.
works that way, but that's still awesome.
The hilt part.
Oops.
The hilt part is the healing part. The pointy end is the hurty part.
The silver bullet.
But yeah, if you want to, you can let him use the sword. So you get 3 points back.
Okay.
There, T-Bone, wherever you want to put him.
Yeah.
Hey, he's just been getting probed and prodded this entire episode. And the innuendos and everything of this episode. Oh God.
We having fun today.
Yeah.
This is not the
You'll have
way
to
I
title
expected this to go.
episode 50 Shades of Numenera.
That's probably what I'll put in the description. That's a good one. Jesus. And like that's the only descriptor I'll give for the episode about what happens. Usually I give it like a little synopsis of what y'all do. No, this is it's just 50 Shades. Okay, so yeah, I think that's the extent of the usefulness for this room. You've gotten everything you can out of it.
In that damn little orb.
That's a good one.
Balls and beat sticks.
Of balls and beat sticks.
All right, so what else are y'all
That should be
doing?
the descriptor.
That's funny. That's about right.
Let's check out this other room. Is the mouth still going crazy as we walk past?
It is still speaking out. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Okay.
All right, so this other room. Let's see if this door is locked or not. It does not seem to be locked.
I will open it then.
Okay. When you open up the door, you'll see inside a circular chamber that has a massive, leathery, living growth occupying most of the chamber. It resembles nothing so much as an excised cancer that has continued to grow outside the body.
Is there anything else in the room?
No, it just seems to be this massive, some sort of organic growth.
I'll shut the door.
Yeah, piss on that.
Don't
You don't want
need
to
none
check
of
it out?
That thing reminds me of Texas. Everything will prick you, stick you, or stab you.
Now,
We could see if those folks around the corner know anything about this.
That's a good idea. Let's ask them.
now, I kind of wish that Ferrum was here because Ferrum is the inquisitive type. So y'all want to ask them about that room?
Yep.
The lady who introduces herself as Felina. She says that chamber, we should probably make sure that door is locked. Because that growth has the potential to be dangerous. If it's left alone, it's not an issue. We haven't properly studied it. It seems to somehow react to the mouth. But if you'll try and cut it, bad things happen. So it's best just to leave it alone.
Do you think it's the mouth that's hungry, or the tumor that's hungry, or the growth that's hungry? I don't know what a tumor is. What am I talking about?
And the guy says, I think they're both hungry in their own way.
I wonder if we, oh, Quats goes, this perks up like she has a little idea. Her head goes bing! She walks back to the room. Do 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 do. And chucks the cell disrupting detonator in the room and closes the door.
Is that the cluster bomb? That'll murder that thing.
So you're using it on the room with the growth?
Yeah. Right, yeah. Yeah, I want to try and destroy that growth. I think it's going to help the mouth if I kill that growth.
Interesting.
Oh. Cell-disrupting damage.
What?
Very interesting. Let me look at this.
See what you think about that. GM, but that's what I'm thinking. Doop 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 doop. Chuck! Close the door behind you.
I'll go over and provide security in case that thing just immediately starts going like the ooze.
I could paralyze it and then disrupt it.
So using the cipher, you hear a loud bang and then a bunch of smaller explosions, and when you open the door back up, the mass is dispersed.
Oh, I just made it worse. It's metastasized now. Mast cell tumor.
It's not. Yeah, it seems there's goop splattered on all the walls.
Is it moving still?
It's bits and pieces here and there are moving. You've taken out a big chunk of it, but it's
like leather, right?
Yeah, it's not dead.
I'm gonna take out a torch, and then so it's all just little parts, right?
I'll get rid of this cipher now.
Well, there's some larger bits. There's bits in the cracks of the wall that are like growing off into the rest of the Colossus. So you could clear out most of this stuff, but it wouldn't completely kill whatever this thing is.
We're gonna run back and see if the mouth is still acting all hungry and stuff, or if there's been any change to the way the mouth is acting.
No change to the mouth, but yeah, you've cleared out a lot of this, but there's smaller bits of it all over the place. It would be harder to try and walk around the room. The way it was originally, you could get into the room and do some walking, and like as long as you didn't directly interact with it, you probably would have been okay. But now
I'm gonna
the bits are
as much of it as I can on.
So it seems like if we touch it, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be harmful.
yeah, it's now agitated.
Oh,
It was docile
Get mad
before,
when you-
but
when you
now
blow 'em up.
it's looking for the source of its pain.
Is it moving slowly?
It's not really
It is.
moving, but where it's stuff out, it has little bits of tendrils that are lashing about, like trying to find the source of what hurt it.
Okay, I'm gonna any of it splattered with the torch, and then I'm gonna throw the torch into.
What type of torch? Just like a regular hand
just
torch?
a regular-
So you're trying to burn it?
Yes, because it's lead. It should catch.
Where the torch lands, it does sizzle a little bit, and the tendrils attack the torch, and kind of it just rips it into shreds and stamps at it until eventually the fire goes out.
And the parts around the door that I lit, are they just burn up?
Yes.
Okay.
I wonder if that fanny pack could fry it out. We just need to light the whole room on fire and get into the cracks and crevices.
Yeah, the room's made out of.
Why are we trying to destroy this thing?
This is a giant tumor.
I went in there because Quats felt the mouth and this were potentially connected, and so that doing something to this could maybe help out or free up the mouth. That doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah, it seems.
I wonder if once the mouth eats you, if that's what you turn into.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Tumor.
Are you implying that this is the mouth sphincter?
Right, it's the butthole.
It's brown, isn't it?
Brown and gooey.
Is there a decent sized blob near me at all?
Well, you're in the hallway, unless you.
Like, well, I mean, I went into burnt stuff with.
Yeah, here, Jolly.
If you come in like maybe here, you'll find some.
Maybe not enough to whip me.
Can I
But
sense
enough
any
that there's,
thoughts
like,
coming from the cancer?
Thoughts? No. It
Yes.
just seems.
Alright.
Doesn't seem to really have a brain.
I mean, guys, if we really want to blow it up, I've got my holy hand grenade I can chuck in there.
You've been holding on to that for a while.
yeah. You had that's the beginning, and really.
I haven't had a good chance to use it on something.
Quad
Wanna give it a
steps
shot?
back.
I mean, it's kind of up to you guys. We can save it for.
But yeah, I'll
Maybe I
let
could try to drain it.
I'll let you move. Put your character wherever you want there, Kato. But yeah, if you were to go in there, you would. If you try to get close to it, no matter the size of the growth, you'll run the risk of being attacked.
Don't think of using a cipher as a loss. Think of it as gaining an opportunity for a new cipher.
No.
So
Oh
like,
yeah, I just haven't found something fun to use it on.
one of the ends of these things, less is there, right?
That's all.
Yeah.
So if I went up to there, probably wouldn't get whipped as easily, right?
Well, if you get within immediate distance of it, it's probably going to attack you now. Of any of its pieces,
Okay.
it's extremely agitated.
I hand my grenade to Kato. I say, "You want to chuck this in there and blow some of it up?"
Sure. I'll throw it after pulling the pin. Oh, those are. That's nice.
Okay, so yeah, we'll say
So definitely
between the two you're able to disperse the tumor. Like there may still be some.
Wait, did you count? Did counting shall be 3. 1 for the holy hand grenade.
Yeah. So do you want to do your whole
Did
thing?
you read it?
Yeah.
I've got it all on there. I'm reading
you
from
do?
the
I
Book of
didn't-
Armaments, Chapter 4, verses 16 to 20.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yes, I think that whoever throws it
Jolly,
must
I
read
think
it.
you need to do that,
In your robot voice.
or it won't work. And then did he raise on high the holy hand. I'll read it, you just do it, Jolly, okay? And you do the counting. The holy hand grenade of Antioch, saying, Bless this, O Lord, that with it thou mayst blow thine enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy.
Amen.
And the people did rejoice and feast upon the lambs and toads and tree sloths and fruit bats and orangutans and breakfast cereals. Now did the Lord say, First thou pullest the holy pin, then thou must count to 3. 3 shall be the number of the counting, and the number of the counting shall be 3. 4 shalt thou not count, neither shalt thou count 2. Neither, excepting that Excepting that thou then proceedeth to 3. 5 is right out. The number 3, being the number of the counting, be reached, then lobbest thou holy hand grenade. Then lobbest thou the holy hand grenade in the direction of thine foe, who, being naughty in my sight, shall snuff it.
Kara pulls the pin.
You gotta count.
1, 2, 3, and he hurls it.
I
Give a 5-second cook-off.
the the holy hand grenade
And shuts the door.
goes through the air, and you hear a muffled kaboom, and some burning, some sizzling, and when you open up the door, the the rest of the growth is destroyed.
Yes.
That from what you can visibly see.
Is it dark in there?
It is dark and smoky now.
Okay.
Quetch runs back
I'll,
to check the mouth. She doesn't even really know what happened. She just runs back to see if the mouth does anything after this thing.
The mouth is unchanged.
Okay, she runs back.
I'm gonna light up another torch, and I'm gonna step in the room. If I see any goop, I'm gonna
I've
light
done.
it on fire.
Just kidding.
Try
There.
and clean up the room.
There's a lot of mess, but there's no active goop left.
Try and as much as I can.
Yeah, so there's nothing but smears and burnt mess everywhere.
It's time to do some laundry.
Oh.
Is there anything else in the room at all?
That is it. Just a bunch of dead tumor.
That was a successful operation.
You've helped cleanse the relic chamber a bit from something that may or may not have been nasty if left unattended.
May
One
not have
one
been a
never
problem at
knows.
all, right?
It was some benevolent who was just having a roll. Or just totally killed.
Yes, one never knows.
So is there any residue of this stuff left around? Like, could you
Smeared.
get a handful of it?
There are some. Yeah, there's lots of goo. If you want to try to collect some goo.
I was just gonna like get a handful of goo and see if I could chuck it in the mouth.
Yeah,
really-
you. Well, it will. It's not. It's sticky, slimy.
Okay,
It's
not
not
chuckable. Okay.
really probably something you could ball up. Like you would go to fling it and it would be like just stuck to you. It's just like.
Be like a tar baby. Okay, never mind.
You look at it and you're like, I don't know if I really want to touch that.
Okay,
Okay,
just trying to feed a hungry mouth, yo.
gotta feed the baby.
Right?
Well, we finally got to see the holy hand grenade in use. All right, so what's
Yep.
next?
I guess we'll check
Let's-
to see if the
Let's go tell
Mouth.
these guys we fixed it. Yeah,
yeah.
we helped them. Hey, we helped you. Protectors might want to go get a mop or something.
They probably would have met you at the hallway here once the
When
explosions
they
had
heard the
gone off.
explosions.
A little concerned. And what was that?
An explosion.
What happened?
2 explosions, actually.
It's actually more like 10 to 15 because of the cluster bomb, but
That's right.
who's counting?
There were explosions. Well, first there was counting, see? And there was the counting. Then Jolly said 1, 2, and then when he got to 3, he pulled the thing and kaboom!
What did you do?
We cleansed the area.
What area?
The tumor room.
They kind of visibly relax. So the relic is not in danger. Good. We will send someone from the next group of protectors to clean up the area.
Yeah, they're gonna need a mop.
They're gonna need
You
a
said
bobcat.
something about relic?
Yes. The relic, and he points to the mouth.
Oh.
Did you not know this is the relic, the mouth of exaltation?
Nope.
Yes, this is one of the many relics that have been discovered inside the Colossus, that have been studied by explorers and the protectors. We have not yet fully ascertained what their role is. And it is the protectors' job to make sure that no one damages or steals the relics. The despicable Heritors are the opposite. They want to exploit these wondrous devices and steal them if they can.
We had heard a relic was stolen.
And they both get a shocked look on their face. Really? We've been in here for some time. We have not heard. Which of the relics has been stolen?
I do not.
Does anyone remember, or shall we do a roll?
No, it's been a while.
Yeah, I can't remember this morning.
Had to
Give-
roll for it.
Give me a difficulty 2 intellect.
You got
Peace
it.
difficulty 2. Alright, so yeah, you remember that you've heard people talking, actually it was at the trial in the council chamber or whatever, that the Eye of Transcendence has become
It was
missing.
the eye. Okay.
Is the Eye of Transcendence.
And the guy kind of snorts and the eye. That was one of the least known ones. The deepest in to the Colossus. Interesting. That's quite a trek to get there. Quite dangerous. I'm assuming
map
that it was the
show us?
Heritors. What was that?
Does my map show us how to get there?
I believe the map you have was mainly for the way to get here.
Okay. We'll ask him, do you have a map to get there?
Oh, no. The maps to the relics are closely guarded. And
Well, could you mark it on our map where it is?
he's like, well, I can. He
We've
looks.
actually been hired to investigate the situation.
He looks at the map that you were giving, and it pretty much only details the way to get here. But Let's see. Show the players. You look at this. He can kind of roughly give you a ping to where the H is, and kind of like draws a dot. And he's like, if you take the view of the Colossus as a whole, it would probably be somewhere in this area. Though the direct route, I could not tell you.
Have you been there?
What was that?
Have you been there?
No. I've pretty much... Me and the lass here are pretty much only been here to this one. We've been tasked. This is our main duty station. We have not been outside the Colossus, and it's hard to tell with not seeing the sky, but for quite some time. We're given regular resupply by the protectors, but we stay
At least
here.
2 hours.
It feels like months since we've been outside.
Okay.
And they go back to their little cubbyhole, which they have some like chairs and couches and some creature comforts. They seem to spend most of their time here waiting for people to come and visit the mouth and collect their fee and just keep an eye on things, make sure no one tries to use crystal detonations on the mouth. And they give you a warning. Please don't explode anything in this chamber.
Is the still
Right, we'll do all our exploding in private chambers.
What was that?
is the mouse still hungry?
The mouth is still hungry.
Is my mic not picking me?
Now it's fading in and out.
Yeah, it's cutting a little bit. And
Hello?
hello.
Is that better?
Sounds good for now.
Okay. I turned down the input sensitivity.
Alright, so you're free to explore the rest of the area. As long as you skirt around the outside of this chamber, you won't get close enough to the mouth for it to affect you. Though, if you do move around the chamber, it does kind of spin to follow you, and it's just constantly, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry.
How much longer are we going to play for today?
I'll leave it up to you guys.
I gotta go
It's,
pretty soon.
It's 4 a.m.
Yep, so-
pretty tired.
Y'all want to cut it? This is a fairly safe place. Like I said, this place over here is set up to be a rest stop, basically. So y'all could camp up over there.
Yeah.
It's a
Let's
good
do
idea.
it.
Depending on how injured you guys are, y'all may want to rest use the rest of your recovery rolls and maybe rest.
Yeah.
There's no hurry.
I'm gonna hang out in this room.
Sure.
Yeah,
The
y'all
house
could go in there too. That does have a door that you can lock.
In and out, around. Yeah. Let's rest.
But-
Sounds
wait.
good.
Because I got through that door. Do I know the lock code, or did I just like break into it?
You kind of just broke into it.
Okay. that's fine.
Yeah, it may not lock anymore since you sabotaged it.
I will crowbar the door then. Why not?
And y'all could like push the table over there. Y'all could barricade it somehow if you want to.
Let me in.
So yeah, we'll call it here then. If y'all want to, y'all can do your recovery rolls. If you have any XP that you want to spend, you can do that either now or.
Do we gain
Nope.
any XP?
Nope. Just what y'all have acquired from the intrusion so far.
Dang, I'm 1 away from getting another level.
I'm 1 away from tier 3.
Oh. I've advanced 1 in tier 2.
Oh, just 1?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm in tier 2, so I'm the same way.
Well, you got a couple of intrusions there, so hopefully you're catching up a bit faster.
Yeah.
Gotta go, guys. Take care.
Okay.
All right,
See you, buddy.
have a good one.
Everybody.
And that's it for today's stream. Hope you all enjoyed some more Numenera. The 50 Shades of Numenera episode has come to a close. We'll see you all again next week. Thanks for watching.